don't check for me. Taking time out to be and live my life off screen. Taking time out to be and live my life. I'm in a place serene and pure and free. Hey, I ain't worried about what's the wave, only worry about me, yeah. Oh, I'm taking time out to be and live my life off screen. Taking time out to be and live my life. Taking just be. Don't take it. Taking just don't and live my life. Don't take it personal. I ain't lying. I ain't hiding. I've been grinding, multiplying. I've been trying to get my weight up, staying prayed up, meditating and taking time away. You always posting up pictures, trying to look like you winning. I'm writing rhymes in the kitchen, soaking in moments we live in, yeah. You got the nerve to be on me, faking your life for the IG. If you got my number, don't add me, cause baby, I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. Baby, don't check for me. Taking time out to be and live my life off screen. Taking time out to be and live my life. Hey. Taking just don't be and live my life. Don't take it personal. We just building. It's my season. Lay foundation. Make a name for generations. Please and make a, then take a break or a little vacation and chasing blues away. Hey, hey. You always posting up pictures, trying to look like you winning or look like you always be working, soaking the moments you live in, yeah. You got the nerve to be on me, faking your life for the IG. If you got my number, don't add me, cause baby, I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. Baby, don't check for me. Taking time out to be and live my life off screen. Taking time out to be and live my life. I'm in a place serene and pure and free. Hey, I ain't worried about what's the wave, only worry about me, yeah. Oh, I'm taking time out to be and live my life off screen. Taking time out to be and live my life. Taking just be. Don't take it. Taking just don't and live my life. Don't take it personal. I ain't lying. I ain't hiding. I've been grinding, multiplying. I've been trying to get my weight up, staying prayed up, meditating and taking time away. You always posting up pictures, trying to look like you winning. I'm writing rhymes in the kitchen, soaking in moments we live in, yeah. You got the nerve to be on me, faking your life for the IG. If you got my number, don't add me, cause baby, I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus.
One pop asterisk, commentary classic. Went and tell the news, he told the news and done smashed it. Went around and learned the game and got that game mastered. Say you got the T, but she got the T faster. Fools pull the wool, limbs they lay 'em faster. She's a boss bitch, so you'll never get it past her. Funky Fridays, it be fun if you play it right. Me, I like the ladies, so you see me up on ladies' night. Pat got the game tight, play the game so right, so fly. You can laugh and cry in the same night. One Pat Poos got to put the name up in lights. One Pat Poos got to put your name up in lights. One thing you oughta know, you're fucking with a boss, bitch. One thing you oughta know, you're fucking with a boss, bitch. One thing you oughta know, you're fucking with a boss, bitch. Thought you had the game a lot, but you done lost it.
Taking just be. Don't take it. Taking just don't be. And live my life. Don't take it personal, I ain't lying, I ain't hiding. I've been grinding, multiplying. I've been trying to get my weight up, staying prayed up, meditating and taking time away. You always posting up pictures, trying to look like you winning. I'm writing rhymes in the kitchen, soaking in moments we live in, yeah. You got the nerve to be on me, faking your life for the IG. If you got my number, don't add me, cause baby, I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. Baby, don't check for me. Taking time out to be and live my life off screen. Taking time out to be and live my life. Hey. Taking just don't be and live my life. Don't take it personal. We just
one pop asterisk, commentary classic. Went and tell the news, he told the news and done smashed it. Went around and learned the game and got that game mastered. Say you got the T, but she got the T faster. Fools pull the wool, limbs they lay 'em faster. She's a boss bitch, so you'll never get it past her. Funky Fridays, it be fun if you play it right. Me, I like the ladies, so you see me up on ladies' night. Pat got the game tight, play the game so right, so fly. You can laugh and cry in the same night. One Pat Poos got to put the name up in lights. One Pat Poos got to put your name up in lights. One thing you oughta know, you're fucking with a boss, bitch. One thing you oughta know, you're fucking with a boss, bitch. One thing you oughta know, you're fucking with a boss, bitch. Thought you had the game a lot, but you done lost it.
How about that? How about that? How about that? You guys are okay? Better, better. Got it. Hold on. I think that's better. And there's the echo. Echo, 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 echo. I got an echo. Technical difficulties. I'm working on it. Woo. Shit. Shit, shit, shit. Turn that one off. Let's turn this one on. How about now? How about now? How about now? I have no echo, but how about now? Thumbs up. How about now? How about now? It's better, better, but an echo. Okay, now I don't hear an echo. So, yes, 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 yes. Better. Langston says that it is better. Good. I'm glad that it is. Okay. 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 Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in, you guys. I think I need a Tylenol or Advil. This stuff just gave me the run for my money. But what I think has happened was I noticed last night the system, my computer system, is programmed to do a upgrade and all of that good things. So when I came on earlier to try to get the Zoom together, which I think I have to go back in and check on the settings and everything, it was the drivers. It was updating all of the drivers and all of that stuff. So I'm thinking that I might have to go back in and manually check on all of my programs being connected correctly. So forgive me, you guys. Please don't throw those tomatoes at me. Oh my God. Other than that, I think I might be tired. See, I ain't combed no hair today. I had one guy, you guys. Oh my gosh, he was like, Papu ain't got no edges. Papu got edges. They're up in there. But today is Saturday. It's my only day off, so I'm a little bit dressed down. This light is as well kicking my ass. So, oh, that's too bright. Look like a goddamn. I'm gonna get rid of some of that light, you guys. I hope y'all don't mind, but the light got to go today. You know how that old gremlin thing was. You pour some water on it and it multiply. You guys are looking beautiful today. Beautiful today. I really wish that we could share this because the guest that is coming on is going to be speaking to y'all. Unfortunately, it's going to be a call in because the goddamn Zoom was acting up, and I was really anticipating on getting him on the Zoom panel. I'm really trying to start a panel so that people can voice their opinion on over here on the One Papoose channel, you guys. So here's what I need to see though. Can I see some hearts in the chat room? Everybody's doing good. It's kind of late, so we're not going to be here long at all. Long at all. That's it. That's it. That's it. Welcome to Ladies Night, you guys. I guess it's just us, so I don't know. Guess we'll be moving right along because I'm losing a lot of people, and I'm okay with that because of the opposite of opinions and because of being painted as this, crazy, cruel, bad person. I did do a visit over on Miss Denise channel last night, and I got totally slammed over there, but I kind of ignored it all, wasn't feeling it, and I was respecting Boom Boom's channel, which is something that I will always do. So I had to overlook being, just treated like I'm some backyard dog laid out there. But it was all good. I still went on and enjoyed her show. I really did. There's a couple of people that, I don't even think that it's kind of worth any time to talk to or at all, because they kind of had made up their decisions to go ahead and continue to bash me and say horrible things, but and have no reason to do so. But I get it. I get it. I get it, you guys. I get it. Well, I'm gonna have the caller call in about 5 minutes or so. I gotta take a breather because all that Zooming shit just got on my nerves, you guys. Linda says she's hanging with me. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it's okay if I lose people. It is what it is, and that's just kind of how the game goes out here. I do believe in due time, I will be having a conversation with what's going on as a one-on-one, and that's just to squash whatever it is. I just want it squashed. I want it to be gone because I don't want to keep getting poked and then I explode. So I am going to try my best to go one-on-one and get the stuff to squash and get in each other's lane and kind of leave it at that. But it's just not too many times that I'm going to take being poked really bad out here, because I do explode. So what I've chosen to do is to try to remain from watching and seeing a lot of things, so that way that I don't hear my name or see anything much about me to prevent me from exploding. So Linda, you said Papoose. And I'm trying to see. I don't know why my glasses are so blurry. You say run my channel as you way plan. Personally, and I have tried to do. I've definitely been trying to do so, but at the same time, I just want it to be humble. I want it to be, just calm and stuff, and without all of that. So, but with what you just put out there, honey, I definitely will. I will respect people as long as I am respected. And this is the last day that I am going to ask to be respected in the same manner that I put the respect out. If I don't come and be all up in someone's back and everything like that, then I will remain who I am. However, I going to put it out there that I asked for it to stop. And I need it to stop, because if it doesn't stop, I have chosen to open. I'm working on a Zoom, you guys, because I'm going to make a choice to open up the panel, and it can be a 101 over here to get this stuff to cease and be done with, and just get it all out. Just be done with it. And if I don't get those invites to accept the invite, then I'm going to have to go on and run my show the way see fit. But I'm not going to continue to take the pokes out here. And I'm going to promise you guys that, because I do bite back, and I don't want to. I don't want to. So, with that being said, you guys, get comfortable. We're going to dig up some shit to talk about. But first, we're going to hear from the guest. But I got to take a breather. I will, Linda. I definitely will. I definitely will. I built this so that us ladies can have fun over here, talk about whatever, like I say, money, the body, sex, financial things, and one-on-one with relating to what each other is going through. That's why I did this. And I'm going to continue to do this outside of, my comic view thing, which is, I'll be right back, because you know what? I think I'm going to put him up first on the chopping block, because it won't be too long with him. He's just, but I got to keep my episodes up about that guy. So I will be right back, and then I'm going to get the caller on the line. I promise. So give me a minute. The Zoom had really just, woo, y'all. I got to take a breather so I can get into my let's get it in mode. Let's have some fun mode for at least an hour. So I'll be right back.
They keep asking how it sound, nigga. I said Winnie's in your town. Ayy, sitting like a boss, bring the workers out. Press on the exhaust, we be skirting now. No, we not the same, what you talking about? Got me all up in your mentions, musta heard around. How that sound, yeah, that sound good. Tell them break it down. I saw Wendy's in your town, don't forget the dollar sign. How that sound, yeah, that sound good. Tell them get in line. Hold it down, came up from the underground. How that sound, yeah, that sound good. Sounds good, how that sound, yeah, that sound good. Sounds good, how that sound, yeah, that sound good. Sounds good, how that sound, yeah, that sound good. Sounds good. Fake niggas in the picture, let me crop them out. They told us trust the process, we ain't stopping now. They know that it's a scene when we popping out. You came up from the dirt, yeah, we popping out. This our year, yeah, we finna lock it down. We the top boys in your city when we come around. ISO no POP, tell them hold it down. We been dropping every month, we ain't slowing down, nah. Ayy, sitting like a boss, bring the workers out. Press on the exhaust, we be skirting now. No, we not the same, what you talking about? Got me all up in your mentions, musta heard around. How that sound, yeah, that sound good. Tell them break it down. I saw Wendy's in your town, don't forget the dollar sign. How that sound, yeah, that sound good. Tell them get in line. Hold it down, came up from the underground. Ayy, tried to play me back then, but you learning now. Do not play with fire, you be burning out. It's like butter, baby butter when I churn it out. They gon' talk behind your back until you turn around. 360, I'm on preheat, I be baking all the good. Chef Curry hit my shimmy, throw it up at half court. Tryna beat me, bet you can't, you would do it if you could. ISO to the indies, now you got it understood. Yeah, sitting like a boss, bring the workers out. Press on the exhaust, we be skirting now. No, we not the same, what you talking about? Got me all up in your mentions, musta heard around. How that sound, yeah, that sound good. Tell them break it down. I saw Wendy's in your town, don't forget the dollar sign. How that sound, yeah, that sound good. Tell them get in line. Hold it down, came up from the underground. How that sound, yeah, that sound good. Sounds good, how that sound, yeah, that sound good. Sounds good, how that sound, yeah, that sound good. Sounds good, how that sound, yeah, that sound good. Sounds good.
Okay, let's get it in. Let me give him a call. Let's get it in, you guys. First of all, I'm gonna throw this on out here, y'all, cause you know what? And I'm just gonna pull this off too. I'm on my Saturday at home, kicking it, chilling with my feet kicked up with you guys. So, did y'all happen to catch that boy got darn Bookham? Bookham is in his car doing security. Now, I'm going to have to say that that's one hell of a good goddamn security job, you guys, because I had to I turned on the TV, right? I took a good nap today, right? Took Coda out to do some things. Took in the things, right? Clicked on the TV. Yep, it's my BFF, old Bookham boy, right? And this is him in the car, you guys. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, how the hell, who gave him a job as a security guard in the car? Like, who are you going to catch in the freaking car? Who are you going to do in the car, right? So he got about 20 minutes on in, you guys. 20 minutes on into his thing, right? Then all of a sudden he was like, oh, I got to get off the screen. Like something's going down. Like, how are you going to catch them? Like, by the time you get out the car, somebody done broke in somebody's house or done stole a vehicle or something out there. That shit had me cracking up, you guys. But that's Bookham, and I'm trying to figure out, like, he said he had a new job, but it's the same uniform. So maybe it's like a temporary service that required, if you already have that, the enforcement thing on you, that That's the uniform that that you don't have to. We don't have to give you another one. I don't know, but it was crazy. And like I said, I was attacked pretty bad last night, and I fought it with kindness over there by just not responding to them, and not responding kind of hurts a person even more, because if they can trigger you up and you allow them to, then they win the battle. And last night was just not the night, you guys. I was enjoying the Boom Boom Room and had a good time over there. So, and I left. I did send her an apology by saying that I'm sorry, because by me sitting on her live, they really came and distracted and just was about to take over it. So, yeah, that happened last night. And other than that, I kind of wasn't interested in the back and forth thing with PG and the other ladies. It just really didn't interest me at all. They wasn't part of my episode. I stopped at episode like 400 and something, and it's like, okay, I got to like start open another book, and because this like a whole new goddamn episode going on, you guys. So, I know you guys heard in the news today, Miss Maria Presley, something was burying her son over there in Graceland with his people, Elvis, and the grandmama and the great grandmama and the great great grandmama, or whatever. Apparently, the way I got the story is allegedly he committed suicide, and they went to lay him to rest with those generation over there. I'm gonna turn this down. So I'm the only one that likes heat in the house, so I have my own little bit of heater right here, but right now it's getting a little hot. My daughter and them, they like it cool. So, and I was like, oh, I can't do the cold. It's been raining here all day. So y'all ready? You want to get the caller on the line so that we can hear, because I think that we're gonna get the exclusive over here, and the video will be shared out there, and I'm sure we'll get some feedback on it. So if you are ready to have me, I can dial up the caller now, and we'll get him on the line, and let's be respectable to him. And if you guys have any questions, you can post them in the chat room, and I will ask him the questions, or he'll probably be watching the chat as well. So, you said you heard Bill Cosby health is not doing so good. Oh, we're going to put some prayer on that tonight, you guys. So, we're going to pray and try to keep Bill Cosby uplifted, and all of the ladies and the gentlemen and people that are going through things over in California. Mexico has a new, hurricane coming through there. Came up with a weird name for it. I can't understand, like, who gets these names made up for these hurricanes. So as well, I think that we should send some prayer out for the people that is over in Mexico, you guys, because they are as well going through some trauma over there. California is, half burning down. In my opinion with California, I got to touch on that for a second, because in my opinion with California and all of them trees and everything out there, cut them down. Build some more land. Concrete it up. Like, how hard is that? Just cut down all the goddamn trees. I don't understand it, because allegedly it's out there where they're saying that somebody could be setting these fires, and then it could be like where it's the heat part that ignites it, here and there. But I'm like, well, can't they fix that problem? How long has California been burning? Like, every year you always hear about a forest fire or something going on. Me, and if I was a president or something like that, I'd have been made that call. Chop every goddamn tree down out there and get over there and build, I guess, some more houses, put a zoo up, do something. I get rid of all them goddamn trees over there. I'm sorry, I would. They gotta go. The trees and the forest fires over in California is killing people. It's taking people homes and everything away from them. So I would get rid of them. I also think that I kind of peeped in and checked on the update on the COVID-19 with you guys president, because not my president, but you guys president. And to my understanding, it's been 48 hours, and I think that he is allegedly cured from this COVID-19. But maybe he got the pill. We can assume that they gave him and his wife and the other, what's her name? Conaway. Conaway had it, and quite a few other people had it allegedly. But whatever the case, boy, they getting this pill. I am going to get this caller on the line while I continue to talk to you guys. But here's the other thing that bothers me, you guys, with the COVID-19. They will tell you who those people are that tested positive, right? Fake news, girl. They will tell you who those people are, right? On the news. You get to hear about all of your politicians by name of who has allegedly tested positive, right? But when I'm at work, or maybe one or two of you guys or whatever, and you have some concern if there are any positive candidates up in your job, or just regular civilians like you and I, right? Just regular, we're little people, right? I can't understand how is it that they are telling you who has tested positive, but according to I don't know the acronyms for it or whatever, the CD, whatever, and they send this information down, right? And if a person in your place of employment, your co-workers or whatever, if one of them had went to take the test, you would not, we're not allowed to know. It becomes a privacy act thing. So I'm a little confused on that, well, we know about these people, the big politicians. How come you can't share who it is in case you have worked alongside this person? We don't get that information, you guys. The only information that you do get is, yep, somebody tested positive, and then that's it. Like, okay, who? Like, you would want to know who you've been working around, or been in the area, or has this area been cleaned, or what, even though that's their protocol. But I just think that that's just kind of a contradicting kind of rule of thumb. If they can put that out there about these people, you sure in the hell should be able to say, well, so-and-so has had it, and if you have been working alongside, I'm going to call her Jane Doe or Jim Bob, we would like for you to leave the building and immediately go and have yourself tested as well. So that I just don't agree with, and it does kind of piss me off. But they do tell you, to just stay strapped up with your mask and keep washing your hands and don't touch your face and all of that stuff. But it is scary. It is scary out there. So with the COVID, you guys, please stay safe. The HIPAA. Yes. Thank you. Yo, you always on time, girl. You always on time. Candy usually have me. Oh, no. Lil Mo said it first. Thank you, guys. Thank you. All these different acronyms for this and this and this and that. Oh, and I believe that, I believe so, you guys, that there should be another stimulus check coming up somewhere here in October, no later than November. I really do think that they're going to get one more round out to the people. It's going to come to you guys right before election time, so that his plan can go accordingly for you guys to re-elect him back into office. That's part of his plan, you guys. But you got to take heed into the big part of the plan. And I'm sorry, like I say, I'm not a political person, but I have been tuning in just a little bit so that I can make sure whatever goes on out here in the world, that I can set up a plan for me on how to dodge it. You feel what I'm saying? Got to have that plan B. And from the things that I've been hearing with you guys, president out there, is that it's a possibility that he could be leading us into back to segregation and all of those, and the white supremacists might just be getting set up to take back control of the land. So might want to make a good decision on your votes out there. Do well, you guys. Do well. Let's get this caller on the line. I got to get this set up so you guys can hear him. And I will introduce him. Let's see if we can get him on the line. Get our show started for you guys. So I'll let him know that he's in here with these ladies. With the ladies.
Yeah, this is Joseph.
Hi, Joseph. This is One Papoose, and I have a platform of ladies that is waiting to hear what you have to say.
Hey, how y'all doing? How you doing, man?
I am good. I am good. I am.
So, yeah, I mean, I want your chat to talk to me. I want y'all to ask any question. I'm not going to come in asking for questions, but
Well,
wherever you want to start.
Well, first you have to let them know. Well, like I say, I touched on your story when you were on the panel with the ladies, right? And I had explained to them that I think that I kind of understood where you were going when you were speaking about RK's situation is bigger than what we not seen. And when I explained to them, I think that you were kind of speaking on think outside the box. What is bigger? Hit the money, and I also said that it's a possibility that they are trying to, I hate the words, I hate to say it, but they are trying to put him into a slow death where they could be done and have this over with and keep what is entitled to him. That's what I was thinking you were saying.
Well, that's interesting that you brought that up because what I was trying to explain to that panel, can they hear me?
Can you guys hear him good? You guys can hear Joseph okay?
Is everything okay?
I believe so. Can you put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear Joseph okay? Because they say they can hear me okay, so.
Okay.
And you are welcome by the ladies. They're all saying welcome.
Tell them I said thank you. Because I'm not looking at the chat. But
Okay.
What was interesting, what you brought up, is as I was trying to explain to those young ladies at the time, when they was just running over what they, because here's the thing now, and I don't want to offend nobody, but as a culture, black people like feel-good stories. They love feel-good stories, and I'm not here for feel-good stories. I'm here for the truth, and I'm trying to explain to them, you don't understand what you're looking at. It wasn't directed towards no one individual to look at it and take offense to. And that's what I was trying to convey over to them, and they had a connection with that, which is fine. But if you're asking me something, please allow me to explain it. And at that point, they didn't want to do that because they already had in their mind what they wanted to get out of me, which was not what I told them several times, maybe 5 times, look, I'm not going to speak over social media and tell you what I know. But since we as a people are this dumbed down, and this is no indictment on no one individual, I'm going to come here and tell y'all exactly what you're looking at. Because it amazes me that the people don't see this. And to start out, as I was trying to tell them earlier, when the young lady was in court, and the lady that praised her accolades, her academic accolades, she was okay, that's fine. You're not seeing what you're looking at. And reason being, she said she's seen her in one light, meaning she saw her in one outfit. I said, okay, that's fine. This is what I mean. Do you understand what you're looking at? Because I've seen her in several different outfits. Don't judge me for understanding and seeing that. That's what I'm saying when I ask the question and I pose it to him like, do you understand what you're looking at? Now, fast forward. That was in 2002 when he was going to trial, 2008. That young lady was sent there, people. She was sent there. Because here's the thing. When you are in a status of R. Kelly, and they want to come get you and bring you down, and they're plotting to have a plan. These people don't just say, I'm going to get you next year, I'm going to get you tomorrow, I'm going to get you 2 years down the line. No, they sit back strategically and set this up, and that's what I was trying to get them to understand. Why was the young lady able to be around R. Kelly in that capacity where his security did not intervene at any point and say, wait a minute, we know you're a fan, but this is a serious matter that R. Kelly is going through, and, we appreciate your support in everything. But we cannot allow you to get to him this close. Nothing personal, but this is just our job to do. But here's the thing. You had the young lady not once, but maybe several times around him. Several times around him taking pictures. Now, this is what I mean by understand what you're looking at. That was not by coincidence. That was designed. We're going to put her in a place where later down the line, we can use this against him. It's right in your face, people. When I tell you it's right in your face and people not looking at what they're seeing, how did that happen? That's all I'm posing a question to the chat. That chat over there with the young lady that I was on a panel with. Explain that to me. Stop asking me what I know, because I'm kind of briefly telling you exactly what's going on. But no one wants to hear that. See, because we're in a rush, informational-driven world. And I get that. But think, people, it's right there in your face. How was she able to do that? But again, I got bashed by, I only seen her in this. Okay, you saw her in that. So that is kind of making what you're telling me, all of these accolades in your studies as a scholar, is kind of non-void. What you're trying to explain to me, that you see everything, you know everything. Well, apparently you don't, because you didn't catch that. And I say that to say this, they put that young lady in place to do that. Because there's no way that young lady will be in place and able to get away what she got away with, the fake ID and the being in all of these different pictures with him. They were setting him up from day one. And here's the thing. People don't understand this. They're out to eliminate him. And that's a sad story, and I know I'm going to hurt a lot of people.
You mean eliminate him
by... As this conversation goes, excuse me, Tom. As this conversation goes on and we start uncovering the layers, I'm not talking about the layers to the women. That's small things to a giant when you compare to what you're actually looking at. So I'm going to let you direct where you want me to go, and we're going to go there. We're going there tonight.
Okay. You say, because I want to be clear, and I want the chat room to also kind of understand, because like you said, it can be, it's kind of like we don't want to hear it, but it's more clear when you hear the, almost close to the truth about things, right? I have to ask you this question. With looking at the beginning of this all, right, is it safe to say that we can agree that we know that I want to say the second half of it with the Lifetime series, we know that all of that is complete setup, right? Now, explain to me how you feel about them being able to bring back what a lot of people feels is double jeopardy on him from the 2002 case up until the 2008 with these videotapes. How are they able to make this work, or will it work? What do you think?
Okay, here's the thing when people are crying double jeopardy. Double jeopardy works in the way they're using this against them, and this is how it became federal. It doesn't work in federal court. Double jeopardy does not work in federal court. I'm going to repeat that again very slowly.
Wait, does it not work in federal or does it not work in state?
No, it doesn't work when it becomes federal. That's why it became federal. It doesn't work. Double jeopardy only applies when it's state law. When it becomes federal, it does not apply.
So what is it? What is the term and how did they use to?
Well, see, these are the laws they put in place. Again, they put these laws in place a long time ago, and a lot of people don't understand that. So when you get these Mann Acts and sex trafficking in the Mann Act has been in place a long time. It's been designed. Those are laws that's created to work in their own favor. Because here's the thing, there's no such thing as a permanent enemy. It's a permanent interest, and the interest is whatever they want their interest to be. So given to, in this case, in this situation, they don't want any. And I've got to be very careful how I use these words because people will say I'm speaking in riddles, as they said to me before. So in other words, I'm going to break this down. People, look at all of your so-called prominent entertainers, how they brought them down. What they did, they used everything about them against them. Meaning, okay, let's deal with one individual. Let's deal with Michael Jackson. They used the lack there of love when he was a child, as a kid, against him. Michael Jackson loved kids because he didn't have a childhood. All Michael Jackson was trying to do is live out his childhood by having kids around him, but they paint this picture to make you think he's a pedophile. They knew Michael Jackson was not no pedophile. Stop playing with me, people. That's why I say, open your mind and allow what God gave you as a beautiful tool, meaning your brain, to work. They use that against them. See, here's the thing. Black people study each other, and this is the truth. The dominant society, and I'm not naming anybody, no names, study everything. They study everything. So when we are easy to bash each other, and they know this. They propagate that. They nurture that for us to go against one another because we don't see the bigger picture. So while we out here milling around with each other and bashing each other, they are eating on bigger things. And this entertainment industry, oh my God, why did you want me to start? Because we're going to have more segments for me to really break this down.
We are. And I'm going to
cramming this right now.
We
but
are.
I don't want anybody to be confused. So, I mean, they use Michael Jackson lack thereof the love that he had for not having a childhood against him. They study that. They study us. We study each other. I'm going to say that again very slowly. They study us. And everything around them, we study one another. So they know how to dominate you and use whatever they can from their studies against you. And in the entertainment industry, since we want to go there and we want to get into this, because we're going to get to this R. Kelly real patiently and scientifically. Because, see, people say, I speak in riddles. No, I speak as what I see. And don't judge me for what I know and what I see. Because I look at things from a third lens, my third eye. You know, the gut feeling is what you know within your soul and your spirit. It speaks to you, but a lot of people ignore that. You know, we are an emotional group of people. You know, we derive our understanding based upon emotion versus letting our emotions lead us to logic. And logic came with the universe, people, meaning fire will burn your ass, water is wet. Those basic principles they can't take away. So when you understand and you really seeing something, but you have a diversion over here telling you this and that, and look at this, look at that, that's why you become confused. A confused person is a dominated person. That means I can dominate you if you are confused, because I know the truth. So that's why they're able to put all this stuff in front of your face and make you believe what they want you to see and run with it. And all we do is hit each other across the head with what we perceive our truth to be. And it's a far, far from the forest, the truth. And Pat, I mean, you just can imagine the wealth of understanding I'm sitting on, and I want to convey this over to your people, but I can't do it in just no one segment.
Right.
Because it starts way back, you know, and to reiterate on that, when have America, people, gave a damn about black young women? Hell, they raped us in front of the mother and the father, the child, and ask you, what are you going to do about it? We know we doing that. And to fast forward that into the R. Kelly situation, they say, we know we're treating him bad. What are you doing about it? You don't have the power, people, to do anything about it. Truth be told, I know this hurts the feeling, but it is the truth. They tell you in such a way, this is what we're doing. We know it's wrong, but this is our system. We're going to do whatever the interest is in our system to maintain our system. So we know y'all love this blankety blank Negro, but we don't care about it. Because this is how we gain and maintain power. So when people run around here saying it's about the money, yes, it's about the money, but here's the thing, people, they have all the money. So the question will arise to one, what is it about then? It's control. Dominating you and mistreating you because of control.
You have a chatter, Marquand. She says that R. Kelly will own Sony when he gets his masters. That's why he's in jail. And that's just her opinion, but this is my opinion on that, and I'd like to know your opinion on it. I don't think that R. Kelly would care to own Sony. I think that he would just want his money and move the hell on. What do you think?
You said, okay, that last statement, you said R. Kelly was what?
Will own Sony when he gets his masters. That's why he's in jail. What do you think of that?
The masters, it plays if I have to give it a percentage-wise, a 75%.
Do you think Sony is something that he would want to own? Like, why? Like, why be bothered with that? If he owns it, then he has to be bothered with more, with more business in doing that. And he's not into business like that. He's into producing and making music.
Exactly. And again, they use that against him.
Yeah.
Whatever weakness they find within you, they're going to use that against you.
Okay.
And when it comes to R. Kelly is the last of them, people. I mean, I hate to break this and be the bearer of bad news. Once they get rid of him, and that's exactly what they're trying to do.
So once they do that, what?
They're trying to get rid of him.
And after that, what? We're stuck with the ghetto music? That's that?
Well, see, it's what they propagate, and they want that because it has no substance in it. This world, what you're looking in right now, when you're looking at COVID-19 and all of these man-made orchestrated diseases, is to depopulate the world. And I've done a study on this where, Ingrid Bachelor, she came up with birth control. This thing has been going on for the longest. Now, you got to look at it. When you listen to R. Kelly music, when you are in a good mood and want to get your groove on, you know what I'm saying? He makes you populate. I mean, you're going to go have sex. Let's not get it twisted here. shit, you gonna go, get it in.
Yeah.
And you ain't going in with the helmet, so to speak.
Yeah.
You're gonna make babies. That's against the agenda. That is against the agenda that's out here. If you ever look at what's going on now, like the gay rights and the movement of it's okay to have the alternative sex, it's okay to be gay and all of that, well, people, you Bible thumpers, that's not in the Bible, so why would you even agree with it? And why bigger? This is what I mean by the bigger picture. Why are your politicians even agreeing with it? When they sit there and hold that Bible, when they've been sworn into oath, makes you say, But they agree with their gay. They sign bill. Hey, gays have more rights than we do right now. Let's tell the truth here, people. Let's tell the truth here. So, what I mean is bigger than that. R. Kelly music does not propagate that. It does not nurture that. It's against that. And I'm going to go deeper. This is what we finna go down the oil hole that they drilling for oil. Not the rabbit hole, but it's easy to go pull a rabbit out of that hole.
Uh-huh.
Yes. R. Kelly knows exactly what's going on, people. Let me tell you something. News flash. So go get your Bibles, go get your candles, go get your sage and your incense. Because this is finna be a oh my God moment. R. Kelly knows exactly what's going on. Mm-hmm. And I am with R. Kelly 110% before the naysayers say, oh, he's against R. Kelly. No. What I am against is refusing to lie to myself. Now, let's get into this. If you understand the agenda is derived on certain segments of people that really knows they can fool us any day of the week. A lot of people don't understand what they're looking at. When they're looking at these hand signs and symbols and the okay sign that they think means okay, that's not okay. Now, in your chat, I want people, by the sound of my voice, to throw up an okay symbol with their hands. Just right now. I mean, just do it in your mind. Throw up the okay symbol.
Throw up the okay symbol for Joseph, you guys.
You're going to see it. The okay symbol that they make you believe that's what it means. Now, they probably done it. Now look at that.
Yeah.
You see a 6, and a 6. Mark of the beast. That's 3 6s. These people, again, they've done an excellent job on fooling us on what they want us to believe. When you have these secret societies, the cabal, and I said this in a couple of chats, and I know it went way over a lot of people's heads, but by the sound of my voice, they've been studying. Go look it up. It's called the cabal. That's Kabal.
Uh-huh.
R. Kelly is against that. R. Kelly is catching hell because he going against the establishment.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Now, I want y'all to pay close attention to what you're seeing going on right now. They rushed I just seen recently, they rushed his daughter to the hospital.
Mm-hmm. Allegedly. That's what
Yeah. Allegedly.
Right.
These people come to you with proposals. They tell you what you have to do, and if you don't do it, well, hey, hell is going to come upon you in all shapes and forms. But as we looking at it from the worldly lenses, we think they people are just doing us wrong. No, these people signed up for this. It's an evil and corrupt system that you're dealing with. By all means, people, R. Kelly knows exactly what's going on. Now, I can give you some things that you got, I know everybody saw, but they didn't understand what he was saying. Again, he puts it in his music. He tells you. I wish he was crying to his mama saying, once he found out what it was, he was trying to get out of this shit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But you in too deep. You're in too deep. It's a such thing called writer's secret. I'm going to say that again. Writer's secret. It means when the artists are singing about something, but it means something totally different. I've heard it from numerous of artists, and I'm going to give you guys an example of one of them. Marvin Gaye, Let's Get It On. Y'all thought he was talking about let's go get the sex. No, he was speaking on a drug that he was addicted to.
Because I sure thought he was singing about it.
Yeah, I know. It's called Writer's Secret. And if y'all think I'm just making some up, go look it up.
Mm-hmm.
He was singing to a drug, in particular from what my studies is, it was heroin. Chocolate tie, or whatever y'all want to call it. That's what he was singing to. But see, again, I asked that question and posed it to a lot of people. Do you understand what you're looking at?
Mm-hmm.
Do you really understand what you're hearing and seeing? Nah, a lot of people, and it's no indictment on the people that don't see it. And that's what I was trying to convey over to the other audience that night, that morning, brother. But I knew at that time it would be to no avail for me to keep wasting my time. So at that point, it was for me to be polite as I possibly could and listen to their point of view and understand the power the dominant society has over us. I mean, television is tell live vision, tell live vision. Because if you keep looking at something and they keep showing it to you, you're going to become spellbound.
Yeah, it was the copy and paste, the copy and paste, the copy and paste, the copy and paste, and you do.
Absolutely.
That's possible to do. And so
I'm not making this up, people. If you go, again, exercise your right, which is being a free thinker, because they don't want you to be a free thinker right here.
Uh-huh.
We're all individuals. We're not, but see what they do, they treat us like a herd of cattle. They have you going in one direction because they know you're going to follow that. You're going to follow exactly what they put out here for you to do. And it is a sad, but yet I understand it. In society, in this day in society, they have all the power. Stop playing with me. It ain't about money. This is a bigger thing than money. I mean, they've been doing it over and over and over ad infinitum. Here's another thing. How they play and make mockery of us. Prince had a song. Said, don't let the elevator bring us down. Let me show you how they make mockery of us. See, think, people. Do not let the elevator bring us down. Let's Go Crazy, 1999. What they found him dead at?
Ask them again. Make sure they hear you. Prince.
The song Let's Go Crazy.
Okay.
It's a verse in there that says, don't let the elevator bring us down.
Yeah, it is. Don't let the elevator bring us down.
Bring us down.
Yeah.
What did they find Prince dead at? That was reported. Don't worry, I'll wait.
I mean, you know what?
They found him dead in the elevator.
Okay, because last I know, he went to the Walgreens on a bicycle, came back, and they found him dead. Or something like that. That's why I started.
It's far from amazing how they put it right in our face and make mockery of it. They found him dead on the elevator. There was nothing wrong. Prince was, and again, I'm going to give you another one, since they say I talk in riddles and don't give the information.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jackson, Purple Fall. He had a song called Purple Fall. What they said he died from, but nobody's looking at it. That doctor that was with him was sent in, people. He was sent in. He did what? Maybe a year and a half in jail? Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
That's what what did they charge him with? Involuntary manslaughter? What did they charge him with, people? Nobody looked at that.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Conrad Murray, that's here from Houston. Biggest hoe, biggest bitch biggest pimp out here in Houston. I'm here. I know this.
Right.
You don't understand what you're looking at. These people are sent in, and they swear under an oath. An oath meaning sworn to secrecy. Now, you look at all these celebrities, and go look at some of these pictures they take. They have that finger. That's why I tease you, Pap, all the time with that because they have it over their mouth. Meaning, on their level and where they at, they're sworn to secrecy not to say anything. That's why you don't have any celebrities speaking up. Everybody like, why his celebrity friends ain't speaking up? Because they understand that oath they took.
But is the oath that was taken? Does it provide them a financial pay to?
Well, it is to buy them to be kept from the secrets that they participated in getting out. It's a multitude of things. It's a gamut of things that they know that these people have on them.
Okay,
you have unfortunate, but it's true. They even sacrificed Whitney. They made so much mockery over Whitney Houston's daughter. Whitney Houston, they went and killed her daughter in the same fashion. Come on, these people are praying to a higher, different deity. So when they get out here and say, oh, thank you, God, that's not the same God that you and I are the common folk pray to.
Okay, you have two questions.
I don't know what people pray to, but I'm just saying.
You have two questions. You have two questions. I'm going to put them together. One of them is, so do you think that they set them, do you think that Sony set up the women to take down Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly? And the second question is,
hold on, let's do one at a time.
Okay, do you think that Sony would have played a part with sending in these women to take him down?
Oh, absolutely. 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 It's not just Sony, it's underscores that do that, meaning like minions. These people, you don't see them actually doing it, but they're behind it because, we sell out for money. We'll sell our soul. We'll kill one another for $50. Let's tell the truth here, people. This is what they do. They tap into our frequencies, meaning what we believe in and how we respond to certain things. And they say, oh, these Negroes or whatever, we have tapped into what they love, what they like. Again, it goes back to when I say they study everybody. We study one another. So, of course, they sent them in, but you'll never be able to prove it. That's why I'm trying to tell people, listen, we could do all the marches, all the saying this is not right. We could do all that. Every day, all day. It doesn't matter because these people, why y'all think it's not because of those YouTube bloggers that these motions are being, when they put these motions in, that they're being rejected? When these motions come on these judges, I'm going to tell you this, and this is going to hurt a lot. They're not reading these motions. When I say they're not reading, they read them for principle purposes. But they already have in their mind they're going to reject it. He's not getting out of jail. I'm telling you this. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. But he's not. So they can sit up here and write any motion they want. But let me tell you who knows this. His lawyer knows this.
That was the second question. The second one was, do you think that his lawyers
what's going on? Before they came and arrested Robert Sylvester Kelly, Robert knew they were coming because he's in that crowd, meaning the crowd that we will never, some of us been privy to it, I've been privy to it, but some of us will never see it. When you're not doing what these people ask you to do, meaning sacrifice, and I know a lot of people probably heard about it. If you're not, R. Kelly kept his kids away from him for a reason, people. For a reason. Because in this industry, the closer the person is to you, the more you would have to give up. R. Kelly knew what he was doing. R. Kelly knows exactly what he's in. Yes.
What is it that you will find that they
want to kill him.
what do you think that they would find to come back with a verdict of guilty? Because I've been down this timeline. I've been down the timeline, and there's some people that I can throw out to you, and I'd like you to just kind of one word response on these people. But
I mean, I wish I could hear what you're saying, Pep. You breaking up and everything. I know it's probably on my end, but what was that again?
I said that
Capsulize it.
I'd like to know what your opinion is on what you think that they may find that will bring these jurors back with a verdict of guilty, and on like what counts.
You said a verdict of guilt?
Yeah.
A verdict of guilt, when it comes to, in this case, it goes upon what their agenda is. Again, if listen, R. Kelly, again, I'm going to say this. R. Kelly knows exactly. They're putting pressure on him right now as we speak.
I understand that, but they still have to go in with the reasonable doubt. They have to prove all of these counts.
Here's the thing. You had a young lady that was around him said you might not even make it to trial.
Absolutely.
What y'all thought that was about?
Absolutely.
What
But
y'all thought that was about? That means she was privy to some information.
that they
Not because she's smart enough to understand what's going on. It's because she's sitting around some people that knows exactly what's going on. Again, that becomes to the point of him agreeing to something or not agreeing to something. That young lady don't know. Where did she get that from? That's a question to the panel. I mean, excuse me, not on the panel, but to the chat. Why do you think? See, that's what I mean by think. Use your mind. Where do you think she get that from? Y'all heard that, but you gotta take that.
yeah,
people
but you had
into
most of the
understanding.
people out here
Where do you
wanted to
think she
believe
get that from? This is a 22-year-old.
Yeah.
What does she know about him making it to trial and not making it to trial?
a
Somebody
lot.
had to put that in her head.
Yeah, and I'm
Now,
I
there's
can
some people around her are very devilish, they evil, and they absolutely have inside information on what's going on.
So are you saying
Yeah,
that?
so I'm not talking about no whatever. I don't even want to mention his name.
Right.
You know, the one y'all talk about. That guy is not. Come on, he's a fucking diversion. He has nothing. Because here's the thing, if you were that power of a player, you wouldn't be sitting here looking for a place to stay. Stop playing with me.
Mm-hmm.
Stop playing. This is big money shit. This is big boy shit. This is the big league. This is very big.
But you do know that a lot of people are saying that that statement was kind of made because just being a scorned woman and you know, dealing with the breakup. A lot of people would look at it that way. And not looking at it like the way you're painting it, like, okay, well, it's a possibility that the big boys have possibility showed her some grounded evidence and she would know that, but I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Okay, see, this is when the spiritual realm kicks in.
Uh-huh.
R. Kelly is a very spiritual person. Very spiritual. And evil has a way of showing its face that it won't prevail when it's shown in this magnitude. This is what people got to get. If God, and this is the creator, understands exactly what's going on, because see, 2020 means clear vision. You're in the year of clear vision, people. God will show that. Not none of us. I mean, we could get up here and show how these women did him wrong and was wrong, and we got the evidence and we've debunked the lies. All of that's fine.
But
All
this
of
is
that's fine then.
but this is stuff that has to be presented with your juror.
The lawyers know these women are lying. They got evidence on top of evidence that they're lying.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing, they don't want him to get to the point where he's able to even defend himself. That's what I'm speaking on right now.
How could
They don't want him there.
How could that not happen though? They're keeping them safe. They're gonna.
This is something I've looked at. The best thing is the awareness. You got to let these people know because it's evil against good. You have to let these people know that we're looking at what y'all doing.
Mm-hmm.
We see it. If it takes 5 people a week, once a week, to go up to that MCC, wherever he's at, and let you know we got our eye on y'all. You're not just going to get away with doing our legends in. It's going to have to take that. It doesn't take 50 people. It doesn't take 100 people. Because one voice raises noise. One voice. It's the awareness. It's people like you, people like the rest of the people that's against this evil and corrupt system that's going on and the injustice that's happening to him. They have to keep that awareness going. But my thing is you have to focus on what's really going on. And it doesn't have anything to do with these women. We could debunk them out. That's done. That's over. And the opposers and the they are just diversions and they just out here
Joseph,
trying to collect money, man.
So where are they going to find where are you going to get a juror, 12 people to sit up there that's going to be hearing all of this evidence? Like I said, because I want to go down this timeline with you.
It only takes 2. It only takes 2 to find him innocent.
Mm-hmm.
It only takes 2. But see, here's the thing again. What they're doing, see, if we looking at what's going on now, they're throwing all kind of other information out here, saying he did this, he did that. Why does this come out when there's something positive going on for R. Kelly? Just notice the pattern, people. Notice the pattern, how they operate. I
think
really don't think they have the evidence and everything to convict him. I really don't.
Well, if they don't have the evidence and he's got to go in before a juror.
They will manufacture shit to make it stick.
Mm-hmm.
So when people said, "Oh, it's the bloggers that his motion,"
No, Joseph. Let's start from the beginning. I want to go down the timeline with you. Let's start with the video. Let's start with the alleged tapes. Yes or no? Because they need.
What was that?
Let's start down the timeline.
Oh my God! You I swear you're breaking up.
Am I bad?
It might come out your feet. Let me do something.
Okay.
Give me a second. Let's do this. Okay, Pat. What you said?
I said I want to go down the timeline because I have to do this in front of the chat that we have because this is what they know, and then you give me your opinion on this because to my understanding the things that I have, that these are the things that will be going before a jury for a prosecutor and a defense to argue about, to be presented to a jury to deliberate on, to find this man of his innocent or his guiltiness. And I understand that you're trying to present, tell the people that this can go bigger than what we think it is. But in order for the big part in what we think it is, are you telling us that outside of what the evidence that these people are planning on bringing, which is the Mann Act and the racketeering and these alleged videotapes and the evidence of with Aaliyah, you mean to tell me that they're not going to pay any attention to any of this? Then why?
Well, here's the thing. They can pay attention to it, but if they bound to pay for it, what do you have? That's why they was trying to get a blind jury. You see how this works?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can get a blind jury that is sequestered and there's nobody on the panel that you, as his legal defense, can interview to see exactly their background and where they're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
The government, the government is playing a dirty game. And you might get a panel of people that been hey, for all we know, molested and did wrong in their life, in their childhood coming up. What do you have then? You have a closed mind. You have a closed mind, and you know how they paint the picture of us melanated black people. You know how they do that. So these this is what we're looking at. When these situations arise, look at what they're doing. They don't want, and see, they paint that picture as if he's some kind of crime mob boss, which they know is not true. But they're painting that picture in order to say, hey, we can get a sequestered jury, and it's a blind jury that you are not even able to go interview. What does that tell y'all, people? You can't even interview the person that's going to be sitting deciding his fate. And what they can do, they can go get 12 people that's totally against anything of what, sexual assault, man act. I mean, it runs deep. And not to get off the subject, Tiger Woods, they tried to give him the Man Act. See, they attack us as a melanated group of people, but not to try to divert from that. And I digress. But let's get back to R. Kelly.
Okay. I'm gonna have to present this to you as how the chat knows it and a lot of people knows it, because this is the way I'm used to it being held in a court of law. Evidence. You have your evidence, right? The first the first evidence that they claim that they have against Mr. Robert Sylvester Galley to gain a conviction against him were these alleged sex tapes. As far as I know, and I could be wrong, I'm going to tell you what I don't believe. I don't believe that there are any more sex tapes or anything after his acquittal from 2008. This is where I'm confused about the part with the double jeopardy. This is if they have used those, and we have had Michael Avenatti come back out here and Jim Derogatis come back out here to say that know that there is more. My point to this one is that is evidence that has to be shown to a juror, which we know that the grand juror has now allowed this to happen to him. But you see where I'm going with this? It's like
I know exactly where you're going. So in essence, you're saying, is it going to be admissible that where the evidence came from?
I think that's what I'm trying to say to you. Like
absolutely. So here's the thing with that. You're going to have at that point, your counsel is going to have to be convincing. And this is when it's going to show exactly what system you're in. If they don't allow that to be admissible, that's going to tell you a whole lot, because we as the people have saw this. The whole world have saw this. If they don't allow that to be admissible within court, where that evidence came from and how it could have been tampered with, it's going to show you exactly what system you're in. So I agree with you 110%, because again, I say the shit they have on them, excuse my French, is malarkey.
Mm-hmm.
And they know that.
Okay.
So it goes back to the point where, hey, we got to get rid of him before he even get to this point to defend himself. I just heard he just refused some medicine that they tried to administer him.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing. It's two places you don't want to be when somebody in this capacity is trying to get rid of you. It's in jail or in the hospital.
Because it sounds like to me when you, like I say, you said that this thing is bigger than us. It sounds like you're saying to me, outside of the indictments or the motions and all of these females, all of these settlements, outside of these alleged videotapes, outside of all of this, you're making me think that none of this won't matter because they are going to possibly get to a juror or whatever, like you say, the blind ones, and paint into them. You can hear all this shit in court. We don't care, but this is what you have to do because we want him. Or
Bingo. Bingo.
that's just what it sounds like to me.
Everything around us is pieces in one big chest.
It doesn't matter. That's what it sounds like to me. Is what you're saying now, Joseph.
Well, okay, let me ask this question: What do the chat think, and what do you think when it comes to that aspect?
Well,
because they've denied all this motion. It's not that his motion didn't have validation and validity to it. What do y'all think? Because, see, we got to make it make sense when we come up with these answers. Why do you think he's not? I mean, because, look, we got Michael Avenatti, a person that's been convicted out of jail. What do we think as a collective group it is?
I have to be part of that collective group of idiots just for a second because I'm thinking that we know how court is supposed to be. But when
you heard that word you just said?
Yes, supposed to be. But with you saying
that word, supposed.
It runs with the prosecutor, defense, and the evidence that's going to be presented in front of a juror. But now you're saying this is bigger than us. It doesn't matter what all of these scenarios are. The videotapes, the trying to prove his innocency of a man acting racketeering. You telling us that none of that's not going to matter because these big people out here already had this shit set up and planned. We can come in here with this judicial act against this man. They ain't gonna give a shit because they already is getting in the heads of what these people are supposed to premeditate him guilty on, like they already done premeditated what's gonna happen to him regardless. It doesn't matter.
That's when it becomes spiritual. That's when it becomes spiritual. But what I'm saying, given what we've been looking at, this is what I'm saying. It's right there. Given what we've been looking at, do you think R. Kelly should have been denied a bond in the first motion?
None of us do. None of us do. We all. That's why they're out there protesting.
So
give him his bond.
Why do you think he was denied? Is it because of lack of counsel?
I think my personal opinion, and I'll take somebody else's opinion in there. My opinion is because we all know that Him Too got involved, and they were big.
Him Too. They bought and paid for, sister. They are bought and paid for. And here's the thing: Black Lives Matter, Him Too, Me Too. They are funded. They are funded, and people, by the sound of my voice, can go look this up. They are funded by the establishment. Absolutely.
And so
and the agenda.
That's that. Like I say, I'm on the level with you with that because I think once these people have spoken, even along with the attorney, the district, the state's attorney down there, all of these people, just to me, is going to have this power with what you're saying, and it's going to trigger down to the people that they know and select to put the verdict out here for this man.
Yeah, and here's the thing: if I put out $1 million, hell, you'll go to your cousin that you don't like and call you all kind of MFs. You'll go turn state evidence on him, right? If I give you $1 million to say that no good rotten ass cousin you had back in the day that didn't give a shit about you, never said any hello to you, and talked bad about you. But I'm going to put out money out here for you to go just say he's bad.
So why do you think that they're wasting? Okay, but let me ask. Regina question says, why do you think that they want Mr. Kelly so bad? Like,
well,
why?
Because see, again, here's the thing. The money. Let's eliminate the money.
Yeah.
It's the legacy. It's the legacy of black people. What? Who can we look back at this point and say he did it right? That they didn't take out. Who? I mean, they tarnished Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
And people don't even see how they did that. That was the pro-black father that did it all right. You know, he didn't get on TV like no jump, Fred Sanford. He was a doctor, a whirring out doctor, excuse me. But they took him out. They took him out and tarnished that image. Why they did that? Because they don't want that image painted of black people, black melanated people. They don't want that. They don't want the legacy to say, okay, this person did it right. That's why. Michael Jackson, they tarnished him. Even within death. Prince, they said he was on drugs. I mean, come on.
So,
Look at this. And this is when it goes real deep. Who introduced us to all this stuff? Who? No black person came out of the womb knowing anything about drugs. No black person came out of the room and just for argument's sake, knowing anything about pedophilia. Who introduced us to that? They are our teachers. They are our teachers. Because if you look back at it, you learn it from them. Truth be told.
Mm-hmm.
So, I go back to say they study everything. We study one another. You didn't come out of your mother's womb or pass through, because you didn't come through it, you passed through it.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing anything about corruption. No baby came out of the womb knowing anything about racism. They have to be taught that. And who are the better teachers to teach us? The ones that came up with it in the first place.
Okay, so we have a situation going on, and not to get off the subject, with Mr. West, right?
We can go anywhere tonight.
Mr. West is now making noise with Sony as well about the Masters. In my opinion, he is kind of erupting from a volcano because he's has seen or take notice of what has happened to Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, right? So now he chooses to make noise. Do you predict anything happening to him?
Well, see, we have already written Mr. Kanye West out as a collective group of people when we should have never did that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the worst thing we could have ever done, as wrote him off and said he's crazy. He's telling you what he saw. He's only giving life experiences. But see, what popular culture, popular media have done is wrote him off as being submissive and crazy.
Mm.
This is what these people do. Again, I'm going to keep reiterating on this. They know what they're doing. They study us. They say, hey, all we got to do is say, he's crazy. We already paint the picture of him being crazy. Hell, they killed his goddamn mom for this thing. He knows what's happening. It's to the point now, his conscience is he's just fed up. Not only that he's in the lion's den with his wife, and I'm sorry to say it, but he is. He's in the lion's den, and he don't know how to get out. You know,
but I think
the movie came out called Get Out. I mean, come on. This shit is deep. These people write about exactly what's going on, but we don't see it. And that's Kanye all the way. If I can give an analogy, he's trying to get out. That's why you think he ran to preaching and doing the church. That was a saving grace, so to speak. That's why he went there. Because they're not going to attack him there by versus him being around a system that really is after him, like hip hop. That's easy to come kill your ass and say you got into some shootout with some deranged ass nigga because you was talking this shit over the mic. That's why he ran to the church. Pay attention. He knows what he do. Kanye is a very intelligent young man. Very intelligent. Very attuned on what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't do that because it was popular. He did that to save the damn life. Now he's to the point, like, I mean, he's pissing on Grammys. That shit, I mean, he's doing that for a reason. Because why? The establishment that initiated and gave him that pissed on him.
Mm.
That's just codification messages.
Yeah.
You know, bird whistling and sending a message back to him. But what he's actually doing, he's crying out to give awareness to, like, hey, something happened to me. Y'all know where it's coming from. But, you know, we already got in our mind that he's crazy, he's deranged, and he's just out of his mind. That's what the establishment wants you to believe. So if something happened to him, they can say, oh, yeah, it got so overbearing to him that he OD'd. You see how it works?
Yeah. So, what do you think about, because you know, you got the chat room like, what? But, you know, with the, you know, think
I
big.
told you it's going to become a night.
You got them, you got the chat room think, you know, yes, Travis, it is, yes. So, because, like I say, we normal people, with knowing how what we are used to seeing how the court system work with trial and everything, and you know, seeing all of this go down on the news and on the paper, you know, in the papers that they have this and they have this. We out here is just hoping that this go according to how court supposed to go and not have any corruption outside of the box coming in to take Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly down.
Let me tell you this. Hope your bills get paid.
I know.
You're not dealing with no hope.
I know. Okay,
hope
so
your bills get paid next month.
okay, so how do we
when
fight?
People say that spiritual, that when we're in a spiritual, because see,
Yes.
here's the thing. When people get up here and be Bible thumping and praying every day, God don't need a remix. He heard you the first time.
How do we, the people of the United States of America, fight something like this with these bigger people allegedly and possibly coming in and corrupting this juror to convict this man? Is it possible that the public can fight this?
Just like chats like this, just like talks like this, awareness. It's awareness. Because, see, what we do, we get on here on these social media chats and these YouTube channels or whatever y'all call it, and we talk about the wrong thing. We focus on the wrong stuff. It's all about awareness. And I said that just by allowing people to know that Robert Sylvester Kelly has people on his side, and we see what you're doing. Here's the thing. Our chance has to be the right thing. It can't be what makes me feel good. Chant. It has to be exactly what's going on. So if you're chanting something that's laborious and it doesn't constitute to what we need to be really looking at collectively, not the people that's around you, because we understand that. I'm talking about the people that don't understand.
So you're
if
saying that it has
that we are fucking doing ourselves a disservice.
So it solely has to be on drawing out the crooked things that the government could possibly be doing.
Yeah, I mean, it just bringing awareness. I mean, just like right now, this chat and what we're talking about, this is bringing awareness to a bigger picture. You know, it has to be collectively. You know, because you got the momentum going. Understand what you're looking at. Change what you're saying, your focus, and your message until the people will understand that means something. Because, see, me and you understand this, everything that somebody can chant that's not reaching the masses.
Yeah.
We understand that from, you know, shit, just from a
let me say,
you have to change that to a point where people are understanding what you're saying. You don't want people saying, oh, shit, you heard what he said? because you don't strike the mind and you don't strike their curiosity.
Let me say this,
Make
because
them
I think
think.
I think I can get a clear picture with you now. I think that if we don't keep a little bit of focus, and I'm going to use the state's attorney down there with what's his name, Jussie Smollett or whatever,
Yeah.
and we see how they pulled that off when we saw right in our face that
Right in
man
your
should have
face
been held
that he
guilty.
lied.
But
Right in
he
your
got
face.
off on that. So what I think you're trying to tell us is we got to keep focused on how powerful those particular people can move no matter what the evidence shows with this man being innocent.
Absolutely.
Got it.
Absolutely.
Got it.
And absolutely.
Got
And if
it.
you got the momentum to do that, by all means, you should be doing that.
Got it.
Versus,
Because they'll slip right
know,
in and pull that tricky, sneaky bullshit right in front of us.
you have to. In other words, you have to take the unveil them.
No matter how
Because
hard.
that's the worst thing they want to see is them being unveiled.
And this
Meaning
is
like you're showing exactly who you are.
Uh-huh.
And in order to do that,
Uh-huh.
you have to know who you're trying to reach
So,
and
but-
know who your enemy actually is. Your enemy is not the certain people that we be on here beefing with every day. That's not your enemy. He's no more. He's not even on a board. Truth be told, he has an agenda. To whomever that may concern that's doing this craziness, they have an agenda, but their agenda is our fight. You got to understand what you're looking at. That's not our fight. So the more time we spend on unnecessary beefs or whatever we call it in the streets, we wasting time. And they sitting back, the people that's in control saying, that's exactly what we want them to think. That's exactly what we want their energy. Focus on that. Now, while they're focused on that, we're doing this. Yes, that's how it works.
I understand that, but it's hard for your general
It's not hard.
public
It's
to
not hard.
fight
You
that
have
type
to-
of
all you have to
government.
do
It's
sit
always
down and
been
say,
at the
this is
end of
what
the
I'm
day
gonna
they're
do.
going to have the last say, regardless if it's on the paper during the election or whatever. It doesn't matter how hard this country has fought to have democracy the right way. They still find some way to pull off their corruptiveness. They do. They always win.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because here's the thing. Presidents are not elected. They're selected. So when you go out here and vote, hey, they already know who their president is. Truth be told.
I always believe. Now that I always believe that shit was already. They already goddamn know.
They already know who their president is 8 years from now. Because they're grooming them. They're grooming them right now as I speak. And here's the thing. I'm going to tell you this, and y'all can bank on this. Donald Trump is going to gain presidential seat.
Oh, don't say that.
I'm telling you. Now, I want y'all to hold me to that. Because again, in politics, there's no such thing as a permanent enemy. It's about permanent interest.
Will it be safe to ask you if you're voting for him or not? Because some people are sensitive about that.
You know, I don't vote because I don't vote. I vote locally, but I don't vote on presidential candidacy because it's already bought and paid for. These people are in a cabal. They know each other. They get together and they do all these sacrifices. Oh my God! Again, Pat, we're gonna have another show. We got to, and then because there's 9 areas of people activity that we all participate one way or the other. Those 9 areas of activity is consist on economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. In one way or the other, we all participate in those 9 areas of activity. And what they have learned to do is control you through those 9 areas of people activity. So, I digress, but we'll get into that too, because like I said, this is real big.
Now, I know you said
plays a role in that.
I know you said that we all hope that we get those bills and stuff paid. But before you leave, because we got to have a part 2, I'm going to hope that we can trust.
Just pray.
I'm going to pray that we have our judicial system treat this case according to the way it's supposed to be treated, with the evidence being presented in front of this juror to vindicate this man.
I'm going to dap you. The Justin Smollett, wasn't there evidence presented?
Nothing but.
Wasn't there evidence presented?
Really?
That's a question.
Yeah, it wasn't really much.
And how did that turn out?
It turned out like shit because they let him walk.
Hey,
but with the
this
big.
Is what they say. Look, we don't care what you people think.
Exactly,
we don't care
they
what
did.
You know.
But
we don't care what the
I know,
is.
but we got R. Kelly case going. I know, but
if we say we gonna do this, we gonna do it regardless of you.
Regardless of what the hell we say, just like say slavery.
Absolutely. I mean, see, that's why I said I'm gonna hurt a lot of people feeling they gonna say that blankety blank Negro over there. I don't like to hear him talk. But black people, particularly black people, don't like to hear the truth. We like to sham each other. Meaning, like we like to lie each other and make each other feel good. You go to the doctor, you want to get diagnosed. You don't want the doctor to tell you what's wrong with you. You want the doctor to tell you what's right with you. Well, the doctor will say, hey, you got this problem. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear what's good with you. Well, okay.
Well,
leave on out of here.
Regina says that she's going to have to disagree with you on the Trump thing. She says he's done. He's sick physically and not to mention mentally in the head. So it's over for you.
Well, that's emotion.
Yeah.
Well, I'm speaking on this from a functional level and logic.
Well, I guess
speaking.
I mean,
that's emotion. She's derived on her answer, and I'm just being conjectural right now, meaning like it's an hypothesis, an educated guess. She derived on that because she don't like it. But I'm telling you, it ain't about what you like. It's not about popular opinion. It's about what they want. And if what he's fulfills their agenda, well, all means he will be president again. And I'm going on record tonight to say he will, unless they take him out.
Okay, well, Regina says that Jesse Smollett, he walked, but that his career is over with. Do you think that balances him out?
I think his career is over to a degree that they want it to be over with. Bring it back like the ashes of Phoenix. If they want him back, we will be looking at him. You don't have to personally be looking at him, but popular culture will be looking at him. If they want him back, they got a plan for him. Trust me. Because they wouldn't have did all the things they've done for him if they didn't have a plan for him. I mean, he's in the front of gay rights and gay agenda. Y'all gotta understand. That's what I keep saying. Understand what you're looking at. They got a plan for him. He's probably gonna go into politics. From what I see.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing nobody gonna say, but I ain't gonna vote for him. Like, hey, they don't care about you voting for him. Shit, he's the face of what we want to propagate. So there you have it.
Okay, so we're going to come back with a part 2 because right now,
we have to.
Going down my timeline will only put these people back to the way they were originally thinking, and they still are, but I want to hold off on the timeline because I want to go down through each and every one of these, even though I know you're saying that is bigger than us, but I want to be able to have your opinion balanced out on the show about what do you think about.
We really break it down.
Yeah, okay.
And see, because it comes to that book, you say, what you got, the W's? I love that book.
My 5 W's.
I love that book.
Yes.
See, but most people don't like that because what it does, it makes people start to question themselves.
Yeah, but then one question gonna lead to another question. It's the part where you get to the end of it, you're gonna be like, whoa. That's
That's why I said we're gonna go get your Bibles and your candles and your sage and light it up because it's gonna be a whole night.
Okay.
I'm not gonna cut no no corners with you.
Okay. I'm gonna say my timeline. We
I
got a
got
part 2
I got
coming
an
up.
unpopular ass opinion tonight. I know that because I know I'm an R. Kelly fan, people, by all means.
He's an R.
But
Kelly
I
fan.
feel in reality.
Mm-hmm. And some people say if you can kind of look at it more in reality and not be tricking and fooling your mind about it, because you can kind of see things clear. But you leave us with this, and I'm going to leave it with the chat room. We're still going to pray that we have a judicial system that is not corrupted on Robert Sylvester Kelly's case, and hope that this evidence and all of these things that is bringing brought forth upon him, and with a jury, a selected jury, we hope that his defense attorney can debunk all of that shit and vindicate this man. That's what we're used to. But we know that you're presenting to us that there is a bigger picture out here.
And not only did I present it to you, I gave you.
You gave us, yeah.
Examples.
Yeah. So, and sometimes, and you're right, if the ye folks says it's going to be this way, and it triggered that, and you better get it done this way, or you better get it done this way, and it's a possibility that, yes, it can be done that way. Like I said, I associated with Jussie Smollett. We saw all of that shit right in our face, and that car,
what happened?
that he walked right on up out of there, and everybody mouth dropped when we know he was about to get found guilty. But you had the state's attorney contact this people and the Obama people, and and guess what they did? They let him up out of there. So
you had your first ladies involved with that.
yeah, they let him up out of there. And they all knew that man was guilty as hell.
You had all kind of corrupted politician involved with that.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah, that's power.
Yeah,
that's power, people. That's power. We're not talking about what's right and what's wrong. These people know what's right and what's wrong. They demonstrate that and illustrate that on a daily basis.
Okay, so
but
give
they
us.
Ask the common folk, what are you gonna do about it?
Give
and
us.
They sit back and say, I got the answer, nothing. But sit up here and go on some chats and say this ain't right and this ain't right. This is wrong and this ain't right. They know what you're gonna do. Again, they study us.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have the muscle to stop this type of thing that they're doing. That's what they're saying.
If you can give us your opinion with the motions that was written, what did you think of them? Do you think that they were
the motions that was written is just formality.
Okay, but do you think that even one of them should have been good enough for them to say, okay, we'll give them a bond?
I think the first one should. But they didn't do it.
They did not do it.
The first one should. Lord, I mean, goddamn, give it the what we in, the climate that we're in now with the COVID and all of that and the attacks on him. Okay, he surely should have been granted it. But here's the question I ask people: why do you think they're not giving it to him? I mean,
most of the people says because
lawyers came down from the heavens. Those people and those judges would have threw those papers, which was written with demotions, in the trash. Truth be told, I mean, it's right there in your face.
Yeah,
it has nothing to do with the lawyers, and that's another thing.
And that's what everybody blames it.
Knows exactly what's going on, so people bashing these lawyers, you're doing yourself a disservice.
And that's what the people, they all blame, like, okay, they call, I'm not calling the attorney morons. I'm not calling the attorney morons, but that's what most of the people got angry about. They was like, well, this attorney is a moron and this one, and he doesn't know what he's doing.
I'm gonna ask you a logical question.
Yeah.
If that's the way they feel, do they think they could have wrote one better?
There's some that think they could have.
Yeah. We got a lot of people that think we can do something till the system comes in your face.
Till you get up in front of them.
Somebody, and I gotta say this just for humor. Just like somebody gets on YouTube and rah 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 all day, and you can hear him from here to Germany and Okinawa, but you give them some time to say what they want to say, and they squirm up and act like a whimpering dog and put their tail between their legs. But I am the face of this. I started this march. And you give them the time to say what you want to say, and they didn't say nothing. They squirm up like a whimpering dog with their tail between their ass. But you get them on social media, and they're the loudest motherfucker on the planet. That part.
Okay, I gotta throw these three at you right quick. Shady
Absolutely.
says that she believes that Kelly knows what's going on, and you stated that a little bit. You said that she says that he's fighting them, but they want him to plea. He wants what she says. So they want him to get sick or die, or they will try to have him killed in jail. And his lawyers knows this too. What do you think about her statement?
I think that is that's very prevalent. Meaning, like, hey, they know. Yes, she's absolutely right. She's absolutely right.
Okay, so then you have Regina says the last motion, and this motion was argued about quite a bit. Well, opinionated on quite a bit. She says the last motion that somebody in the bushes wrote was the best one. And I think that you just talked about that just a seconds ago. If that person wrote this best one, and like he said, if we got all these people out here that can write the best one, why aren't they his attorney? Why aren't they, I don't know. What do you have to say about that one? They said...
Because here's the thing. The attorney knows it doesn't matter what I write. They're going to deny it.
They're going to deny it anyway. It doesn't matter. Did you hear that, Regina? His opinion is that it doesn't matter. They can write 10 or 12, 15, 20 more of them. In his opinion, the plan is already in the making, and they're going to continue to deny them.
Not only that, it's his attorney. It could have been any other attorney. So when people run around here saying, oh, he needs new attorneys, I don't care, again, if they came down the clock from heaven. They're going to deny it. Because you're on earth now.
Well, that, and like you say, because they are aware of how the big tops is running this and saying this. If we don't dance by that music, then...
Because see, these people, again, these people don't play music on 45s and 33s. No, they got a whole different...
They got a whole different...
They dance.
Okay, let's go with Pernell says that R. Kelly never aligned himself with powerful people. It's not who you know, it's about who knows you. What do you think about that?
I disagree with that. R. Kelly was in elbows with very powerful people. R. Kelly did not adhere to the agenda. Why do you, and I'm going to ask that person, why do you think he kept his kids away from him?
Pernell, the return question to you. At first, he did say that he disagreed with you, that R. Kelly did align himself with some powerful people out here.
It's not so much that he aligned himself with powerful people. In the industry he was in, he had no choice.
Okay.
He had no choice. To get to the heights where he was at, he had no choice but to rub elbows with powerful people. Again, he did not adhere to their agenda. I keep saying that over and over.
So,
meaning that the agenda is what they asking him to do. Like I said, next time we do this, we're gonna get into it.
Well, we covered quite a bit tonight, so we did, but we gonna keep it going.
You know what we did? We scratched the surface.
Okay.
Because when I begin to tell you he didn't align himself and he disagreed with the agenda, because I deal with this from a functional level, meaning how it works and how it's put together. We're gonna break down how it was put together, what he disagreed with.
Okay. All right, you guys. I think that we're going to wrap it up with Joseph, and we are coming back with a part 2 on this and address my timeline that I have with him, just to play around with that a little bit. He's giving you guys his synopsis of the case, and you guys can carry on to hold on to R. Kelly as you seem to want to do. Right now, we have two sides, and the main side is to just keep prayer over Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. Is where I'm going to sit because of the synopsis that I put out there, which I know could possibly happen as well when you put those big people up there. And I have to keep using Jussie Smollett, and I watched that right before my eyes, and we all knew he should have been locked up, but they let him go. And I'm just going to say that it's possible. I'm going to hope that this darn judicial system play out the way that it's supposed to play out, with our prosecutors and our defense and his fair trial to be heard in front of that juror. That's what and hopefully the juror ain't tainted. And we move on. Anything else you want to leave with these wonderful, beautiful people that sat through our topic today?
I'd just like to tell them to have an open mind and understand everything you see is not what you're looking at. Just have an open mind. Just have an open mind. And again, I understand where we at as a people collectively, but we're going to break this thing down, and we're going to take this to another level where we're beginning to see exactly what we're looking at. Versus we going on, Jane and Billy channels and getting what we want to be fed. Because see, that's what we are as a people. We like to be spoon-fed something that makes us feel good. Well, we need to get out of our comfort zone.
Yeah.
We need to stop lying to ourselves.
Say we got
ourselves and understand this shit is real. It's in your everyday life. So we're gonna attack that. And again, we're gonna break down. I love that book you read, but we're gonna break that down. How it's put together.
Okay. Well, wait a minute before we go, because Pernell, she says, don't miss her point. So I think we kind of understood your point, and it's still up. You said R. Kelly never aligned himself with powerful people. With that being said, Joseph did come back and respond to you, saying that he was around powerful people, and I'm hoping I quote that.
Let me ask you, okay, who was that said that?
Her name, this is Pernell, and she says that
Pernell?
Yeah, Pernell.
Okay, let me ask Pernell this.
Okay.
How does she know he didn't?
Okay, Pernell, he wants to know, how do you know that he did not align himself around powerful people? How do you know that he didn't? No, she said, no, how do you know that he did? She says R. Kelly never aligned himself with powerful people.
Okay, I'm going to ask that same question.
How do you know he did? Right. So, I don't know. Hey, Boom Boom.
I'm waiting on a response.
I'm waiting on her to respond as well. I'm waiting on him. And while we wait on that one, I don't want to lose the next question. So, because Felicia wants to know, may I ask how he thinks this will end up with Rob, and they want your honest opinion.
That's kind of hard. That's kind of hard because, see, again, I'm looking at this, and I'm not lying to myself. What I would like this to end up with Rob is he be vindicated.
Coming home, yes.
And prove myself about this system that we're in.
Yes.
So
his answer to you on that one, sweetheart, is that he is pretty much with all of the Team Kells and would like to see a vindication with Robert Kelly. Pernell responded back saying, what I mean is that people that can get things done. So I think she's saying that if he was aligned with powerful people, how is it that he's not able to get things done for himself if we have to deal with it? Let's say like with political, big political people. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
I got that. See,
Okay.
because again, I answered that earlier. Why do you think his powerful friends that aligned with him are not speaking out? Because the system is not allowing them to speak out. Because they know exactly what's going on. He was around them. He's been in this game longer than some of his friends that he helped put on and help flourish their careers.
Mm-hmm.
They know exactly what's going on, because that's what I mean about this cabal. K-A-B-A-L.
I wrote it down. I'm gonna be.
To go look that up.
I'm gonna be ready with you on that one. I got it wrote down. I'm gonna.
Look that up, and you're gonna understand why they're not able to say anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you on your job and you know somebody's stealing, but if you speak that they stealing, you going down with them.
Okay.
So shut your mouth and go get your check and leave it alone. Why? Because I said so. That's
don't
why.
say don't get your ass in line.
Exactly. I mean, I'm just breaking
Better
it down.
not get your ass in this
From a
line, or we
functional
got
sense.
something for you too. So I guess
they want to say something, but goddamn,
right.
they not.
Or and since you put it that way,
it would incriminate them.
but since you put it that way, it's kind of like they get caught up in this decision. Like, well, shit, do I help RK or do I go sit my ass down? Cause
Yeah, I mean, when
'Cause
you,
I
when
gotta
you give
eat.
it in a simplistic way, that's what you're looking at. See,
Uh-huh.
and I have to deal with it on all aspects. I have to deal with it with the common folks where they will understand, but the higher anarchy knows exactly what I mean. Like, shit, you don't say shit. So when somebody told me within a march they finna go ready to get down there and talk to the Breakfast Club. Look, the Breakfast Club is bought and paid for. You're not going now. And I knew that, but I let them run with that jingle.
Uh-huh.
Did anybody see it? Did anybody see the commercial ran on the Breakfast Club? The Breakfast Club is ran on a higher anarchy.
mm,
You're not gonna get that. And
boom.
they ain't nothing but they are no more than mouthpiece.
boom boom. This is
Tell
Joseph on the
exactly
line,
what
sweetheart.
They being taught to say.
Okay, you have another question. You have another
You
one.
got somebody out here saying they gonna have it on there. When I heard that, I knew it was some bullshit off the top. So by the sound of my voice, look, I ain't hard to find. It's real talk. You wanted the truth? Let's give the people the truth. Let's stop jamming these people and giving them false hope and false dreams. Let's speak logically to these people because logic came with the universe.
Okay. Do you think that RK has a misconduct clause in his contract?
Yeah, all of them have.
He says that all of them has it. If you do this, we gonna do that. So yeah.
Whoever said that, that's a very intelligent.
That was Lil
question.
Mo.
Yeah,
That was Lil Mo. She says
that's a
that.
very intelligent question.
Yeah.
See, that's a thinking person right there. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, conduct clause. I mean, but here's the thing: R. Kelly speaks this shit in his music, but
Someone says that before you go on. Shady said that like 5-10 people up maybe. R. Kelly has been telling us for years through his music what's going on.
That.
I remember when he said, "I wish" song he won't out in his song
earlier,
issues. She said that a little while ago. Sure did.
I said that.
Sure did. Pernell said she can't say much here, so she kind of could restrain too. But Pernell, you see what you're saying, that you can't say much here. Imagine what we just talked about like 10 seconds ago with the people that R. Kelly is aligned with. Yeah, he may be, but they can't say much here. It's it's kind of like that. They are restrained
That goes back to what I said about there's no such thing as a permanent enemy. It's about permanent interest.
Well, Lil Mo say with what she spoke on about the misconduct that that is possibly going to be a way of why they will be able to keep his money.
Yeah, I mean, again,
Oh, Purnell's a man.
What she's doing, she's spiking and raising the level of an intelligent question. Is what I love. I love that. I love that. She's thinking.
Yeah.
She's thinking.
Yes. I'm sorry. Purnell is a man, and I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Boom Boom says that R. Kelly is definitely being railroaded and set up. And, yes. Yes.
Boom, boom, boom. We know that.
Yeah.
But see, we got to get to the point of the W's.
The who, the what, the when, the where, and the whys.
Because see, again, we know that. That's surface level thinking. We know that. We know he's set up. We know that. But we got to get to what, where, why.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we got to break this down from a functional level. The functional level. We can't be looking at the surface stuff that, like, for instance, the people, the women. We got to get past that.
Yeah.
We have to get past that as a group of people. We know that. And what should bring awareness to you that they allow, and we allow, I gotta say that, we allow our own stuff to bring our own people down. What is that about? It's baffling to me. It's very baffling to me. For what? Money? Shit, you ain't getting that much money. You can't retire on this money they gonna give you. But the ones that I see, the players involved, stop playing. You got one out here homeless looking for a home, and he's the biggest diversion on the planet. And we still follow that bullshit? Stop playing. Are you kidding me? He's scratching the surface trying to get on. That's all he's doing. He's an actor, people. He's an actor. That's why he get away what he get away with, because in his YouTube profile, he puts actor. And if you look at the YouTube policies, it's called entertainment.
Exactly.
So he can get away with that. So when he puts the word actor, that goes his defense right there. So when people run around here and say, how did he get away with that? Because he says it straight up in your face. He's acting. Okay?
Well,
that's how that works.
I know we all knew that. Boom Boom says that, do you think the Illuminati, a.k.a. the elites, is involved with some of this setup?
So she missed the show.
She just got here. Boom Boom, he said you missed the whole show. You got to show up on time.
She missed the whole show,
Oh.
Tell her to come back, and I tell her I love her show.
I actually love it because she keeps me tickled pink. I swear she doing those all the time. If I'm laughing, I love the show. He said he loves your show, Boom Boom. He loves your show.
Yeah, that's my kind of people.
And Felicia said that Negro ain't no darn good actor. Can't act that. Did you see him?
Exactly. It's right in your face.
I saw him doing security in the car today. Did you see him? I'm like, why he got security going on in the car? Then in the video, I said, oh, but Lord, something going down. When you gonna get them? They gone now. I'm like,
yeah, but no, we gonna do this again.
We are.
We
are.
Do this again.
Yeah, we 2 hours and 14 minutes in, and Pap got to be at break.
Let's go 3 hours.
You want to go? Okay.
Let's go 3 hours.
I gotta take a break. I gotta take a break. You gotta give me a break here. Give me a break.
Yeah, put that track on.
I'm gonna put the track on. Boom Boom, don't go nowhere, because he just might touch again on the Illuminati for you.
Let's touch on that, because see, that's a catchy word to get your attention, and I break down what the Illuminati really is.
Okay, so let's go to commercial, or whatever you want to call it. But I love the
I
track.
want to hear that track.
Let's drop the track, you guys. Boom boom, don't go nowhere. He's gonna respond to everything that you have for him. But right now, everybody, go take a bathroom break. You know what? I'm even gonna grab me a wine cooler cause he wants to go till
Not the
3
wine
o'clock.
cooler.
Let's go. Dropping the track now.
Hey,
Go
Pat,
to
where my partner Teddy is?
Teddy is. You know what? He might be under. No, he down here in his little cone house by my feet.
I'm just tripping. He most definitely has your back.
That's my mascot. He got me. He got. Don't let me get sick. Woo! I'm sick. He's sick. He ain't going nowhere. Nope. So 10 minutes. You know you still on the phone, so they're not gonna be able to hear you right now. So go take your break in not 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and the track is gonna drop. And you guys go get some water, go get some, cause he wants to give us about 30 more minutes of his time. Okay.
One pap asterisk, commentary classic. Went and tell the news, he told the news and done smashed it. Went around and learned the game and got that game mastered. Say you got the T, but she got the T faster. Fools cool to woo, limbs they layin' past her. She's a boss bitch, so you'll never get it past her. Funky Fridays, it be fun if you play it right. Me, I like the ladies, so you see me up on ladies' night. Pat got the game tight, play the game so right, so fly. You can laugh and cry in the same night. One Pat Poos got to put the name up in lights. One Pat Poos got to put your name up in lights. One thing you oughta know, you're fucking with a boss bitch. One thing you oughta know, you're fucking with a boss bitch. One thing you oughta know, you're fucking with a boss bitch. Thought you had the game on lock, but you done lost it.
Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, boy. Come on. Come on. Okay, I'm back. Come on, Ted. Ted going in there with Coda Bear. Yeah, he's like, he don't want to hear my mouth tonight. You still there, babe? Oh, let me see if I lost him. We still waiting on Joseph.
I'm here.
Okay, he's here. He's here, you guys. Y'all like the drop? Y'all like the beat? Y'all like the beat? Is y'all working with that?
Shit, I need that beat. I need somebody to got something for me.
I like the
I'm
beat.
Gonna put something out here. I'm tired of playing with these people out here, fooling y'all.
Okay, let's see. Do you want to go back to Boom Boom with the Illuminati? Because she got some more in here.
I mean, is Boom Boom able to catch up on what we're talking about? Because I want to know what she mean by Illuminati. Because see, Illuminati is just a word. I'm talking about the system. The system is what's Illuminati.
Mm-hmm. As a whole.
So she got to be more specific when she said Illuminati.
Okay.
Illuminati. When you sign up, you already there. Again, that's why I say she missed it. When he said he wanted out, that's when he realized the culture in what he was in. So if that is Illuminati, I guess okay, yes, they got him by the balls, and I hate to say that. I love R. Kelly. I mean, absolutely love R. Kelly. His songs about R. Kelly, I can tell you the meaning behind it before anyone can even register it. But let's move on.
Okay. She says called
That's
the
what I mean by the
secret.
writer secret. He
That
has writer secrets
she
in his music.
she says secret society. Yeah.
Yes, it's a secret society. And to give you more in depth on that, there are pictures, and in particular, I'm finna go here because see, I told him I'm not gonna no holds barred tonight.
Okay.
R. Kelly came out of the courthouse recently, when he was able to become free, or going into the courthouse. In particular, I think it was a blue suit he had on. He had his hand over his heart. I don't think, and if anybody in this chat can pull that up right now, if you got some mods in here that are able to pull that up. He had his hand over his heart. That is adhering to the higher anarchy. And he came out and gave a speech, people. Listen to me. I can't make this up. You can pull this up. He said, I thank y'all for the honor. He looked up in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
And he came back and then started referencing to the people that was in front of him. You gotta understand. That's what I mean by, to the people that I was on the chat with that morning. They don't understand what they're saying, and I wasn't gonna batter them and point it out because they wasn't asking the right questions. See, your panel over here is asking the right questions. Yes. That's why I say again, he understands exactly what he's in.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he had his hand over his heart. Now, if people, and it's not just a certain hand, go back and look at the pictures. So, yes, if that's what they want to call it, Illuminati, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And I said that to you earlier in your chat, Pat. Yes, he knows exactly what's going on. Without giving descriptional words like Illuminati and all of that, yes, he knows what's going on. He knows this is why he's in the position he's in, because he didn't adhere, meaning he didn't oblige these people in what they wanted him to do. These people wanted him to do things that he didn't want to do. Again, I said, look at what's happening now and pay close attention to this. Real carefully close attention. His daughter just been rushed to the hospital. Pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
People say, oh, she just got sick. That's coincidence. Stop playing with me. You don't understand what you're looking at. So I'm asking Boom Boom, am I answering your questions?
Boom Boom, he said, did he answer your question? Because she did put in here saying that they supposedly, the Illuminati people that she is speaking about is the ones that supposedly runs this music industry.
They not on. They run your banking system too. But I digress. But let's continue on.
Pernell says that I think what they're doing to Kels is what they are doing to OJ. What do you think about that?
OJ, I mean, yeah, you could say that. You could say that. You can absolutely say that. But it's bigger than that. Everybody that, from the sound of my voice, know OJ didn't kill those people.
Who killed him? The dog?
Teddy did it.
Beauty says she's got an 8-7.
See, Pap, you got that mind frame that OJ did. That shame on you.
I was just saying, if only the dog can
Shame
talk.
on you. Come on, Pap. Not you.
Hey, I enjoyed the truck race, okay? I thought it was funny. I was looking at this nigga hauling down his damn highway.
OJ was nowhere around when that shit popped out. But I digress. Let's keep it moving.
Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else? Because I don't want to do the timeline. That's going to be a part two. I just don't want to get into the timeline. I really, really don't. Because that would take us back to,
Yeah,
square.
that's what I'm saying. We listen. This is to be truthfully honest with you, and if you really want to know this, I have to break this down systematically wise, how it works, because I deal with it from a functional level. I don't do the emotional part of it, like this ain't right and they wrong
Right.
for doing
Yeah,
this.
those are
We got to
feelings.
get into how
Exactly.
they're doing this and
Yeah.
able to make us feel like
Yeah.
that.
Who's doing this? Why are they doing
Exactly.
this? How can we deal with this? And like you
Exactly.
stated, it just seems like a bigger fight for the general public to handle.
Absolutely, and they know this. They know this, so that's why they're able to do what they do. Again, I tell you, they study us. We study each other. So yeah, they know exactly what they're doing. This is not something that just happened. This has been going on since slavery. You know, shit. I put him over there with Amy Sue. This Negro gonna act this way. I put him over there with Lou Ella. He gonna act this way. They study us.
Yeah. But when it came to when it's Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, the kids, or in that aspect, I kind of don't address that because they're fine. You know, they still have another parent out here, and so I kind of stir away from that because if there is allegations with her going to the hospital of whatever aspect and things like that, I don't dig into it because I know that she has another parent and grandparents and everything out here to see to that part of his kids. So I kind of like don't touch on his children at all. I don't. And I know people say, well, if you care about Rob, you need to care about this person and care about this person. And with me, I'm a little bit different on that, especially when there's people out there to see to him on that. But when it comes to Robert Sylvester Kelly, there's nobody out here that we have sitting up here that needs to be fighting the correct people to save Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. So I kind of stay focused on that. No disrespect, hun. I just kind of don't touch on the kids. The Illuminati control more than the music industry. They control most of our black artists, rappers, sports figures, and etc.
Is that a question to me?
I think it's kind of most of her statement, and if you want to agree or disagree with her, then that's fine.
Well, I mean, I agree with her wholeheartedly, but they don't just control that because, see, those are entities that she just mentioned. Because when you draw it back like a line to where it originated from, they control the banking system.
Yeah. Well, now that this is all kind of getting exposed with the music industry, with Sony and all, things, let's just say, I still don't see where it would possibly hurt them if they end up losing the music rap industry thing of it, because they still have movies and things like that.
See, again, that's what I said. It's not so much about the money; it's the control.
Okay.
See, because if you lose control, it's like a slave owner losing control of his plantation. Because if one do it, he sets the tone for the next slave to do it. You understand what I'm saying? So if R. Kelly is able to do that, that means he's going to set the tone for the next one to do it. And we can't have that in our establishment. It's all about control. It's not so much of the money.
Yeah.
That's why I keep trying to tell people. It's the control mechanism that it has to be illustrated and shown to the point, like, you not going to do this because when I'm gone, I have to have the people that's coming behind me to have a code in order to deal with you niggers, or whomever it may concern. So it's a system. That's what I mean by the system.
Even though
It's
it is a
not so much
system,
about the money, because they got the money.
mhm,
It's about the control. Because if you start breaking control of the status quo, you are setting a path to how to deal with these people. And they can't have that. Because, see, the ones that's doing it now, no, they're not going to be here perhaps 30 years from now, 20 years from now, because this is old money we dealing with.
so we have Mr. Kelly. We also now have Mr. West, right? It's making noise about Sony. Now let's just say that we have some upcoming and rising artists, right? Do
Right.
you think that this will send a clear message to them to either, hey, read your contracts right, or two, don't mess with them?
Well, here's the thing. As a collective group, we've been destituted and want to get out of the situation we were in. But what they will firmly do, like, we'll give you this, but we're going to show you what we've done to people that oppose us in the past.
So if you want to do this with us, they got to have the finger like I got.
Yeah, we'll bust your ass across your back. Not only
You
that,
mean to tell me
we've shown you this.
this part?
We have beaten your ancestors. Boy, what the hell do you not understand?
So you saying that
we
this?
know you destituted and want to get out of your situation. We'll give you an opportunity to do that if they get that high.
What did I forget her name? What's because it was posted a while ago, and she said that it's part that's up in the contract and it's on my finger. That little fine print that they don't see. That says you better hush up or.
Yeah, because black people don't read. That's what they tell us, and it's been proven to be true.
Okay, Purnell says.
Sorry to anybody that's saying, "Oh, I read." I'm not. That means it doesn't apply to you.
Mm-hmm. Purnell says that the powers at be, the DuPonts, the Rockefellers, they control this country.
Well, that's it's 7 families. Again, it's 7 families that control this country. And again, we're gonna have to do another live on this. Yeah, Rockefeller is part of it, but it's some people, DuPont, Merrill Lynch. It's a lot of families that control this. It's 7 families that control this. Okay. And I say Merrill Lynch, people think of Merrill Lynch as some goddamn stockbroker. No, that's not who they are. DuPont, when I say DuPont, people think of paint. That's not who they are.
Well, I see us as a black culture in the entertainment business being doomed. It's like there's no fixing to this. It's their way or the fucking highway.
Well, see, here's the thing with these people. See, let me say this, and I'm going to kind of break this down. See, white is not a color. I'm going to say that very slowly again. White is not a color. White is an attitude. Mm-hmm. And if you don't have trillions and trillions of dollars in the bank, you can't have an attitude. So when somebody walking around here saying I'm white, most white people haven't really met a real white person because it's an artificial construct. So most white people haven't really met a real white person. It's an artificial construct because no one was born understanding color basis. If you don't have trillions and trillions of dollars in the bank, you can't have the attitude to say I'm white. What you're doing is you're gaining under that false preferences of being white.
Mm-hmm. Purnell says Gettysburg and several others.
White people, if you look at it from a standpoint of having the attitude, you can't be white because you don't have trillions of dollars in the bank. Why? Because it's an artificial construct, meaning no one was born knowing they was white or black. They have to be taught that. Yeah, that's how that works. And if you look at it from a logical standpoint and get your emotions out of it, you'll understand that concept. Because see, logic stands for a purpose. It should lead you to, excuse me, emotion stands for a purpose. It should lead you to logic.
Right.
Yes.
Right,
Fire will
right.
burn your ass, water is wet.
Mhm.
That's just that simple.
Mhm.
So no one came out of or passed through a mother's womb saying, I'm white. No, they have to be taught that. So by the time that white little kid gets to the age of 9, they get it osmosis. They pick it up osmosis because they hear the people that's in their circumference saying and speaking about black people or any other, not only black people, but people of color. Because here's the thing, when people hear the people of color, they automatically think black. No, Indians are black, Asians are black, all of those nationalities with melanated structure in their DNA are black.
Mhm.
So they pick that up, the little white kids pick that up osmosis. So they begin to understand that from a standpoint, like it's an advantage to be white. It's an artificial construct. So they pick that up.
Mhm. Okay,
And
let
they
me
begin to believe in that.
let me throw this at you because Butter wants to know what she says. What she don't understand is, and I'm gonna get back to Pernell because Pernell is dropping some good stuff. What I don't understand is why the black folks in power, because we have a lot of black folks in power, not getting together with this plan. Are they controlled as well, even with all the power that they have?
You know what? That's an excellent question. And absolutely they are controlled. Because the black folks are in power. And this is what I came up with. That's racial showcasing. They showcase these Negroes out here to make them think they're in power. But who do they adhere to? Who, I'm going to say that again. Who do those black folks that you say
I have
in
to
power adhere to?
I have
Who
to
they get
say
the money from?
most of them still
Who do they
their
get the
bosses is of the different color.
Black folks don't print money.
Yeah.
Who do they get their money from?
Yeah.
That's racial showcasing.
Mhm. Pernell says that we were taught though that Jesus was white, so how could he be walking through the desert and your skin gonna be dark?
Wow, that's a loaded question. I mean, he was taught that Jesus is white. I mean, how many people were fooled for that in 2020? Are you kidding me?
Because I don't think I was. Not after they teach you that, his hair is made of
Because
wool.
we get into some biblical questions.
Yeah.
Again, how many people at this age believes Jesus was white? How many?
I was taught that he was of no color. I was taught that. So
Exactly.
that's what I was taught.
Exactly.
I might have seen the pictures on the wall and everything with the the wool hair.
That's mind controlling.
Yeah, but I was taught that it was no color. So
because there's a such thing called MKA ultra mind control. See, again, it's more variables to this thing, how they control people and how they think. I keep saying this. We're going to have damn near 5-part story on this.
I know. Lil Mo and Lily said that we need to check other.
You're not talking to the average.
They say that we need to check other when we are asked. And at some point, some aspect, I do agree with that and some I don't. Because it's like everything, everything being so computer systematically counted, right?
You can't believe everything you read on Google and what's the other search engine? Google and
all of the
Wikipedia.
Yeah.
These people have the ability to put whatever they want you to believe in that. I'm telling you what I know. This is not an hypothesis. This is the truth. They can put that in there to make you understand and believe it. It's no more than a broadcasting that they're putting on television and running reruns on it. That's why they was able to do the Surviving R. Kelly and keep showing it to you because, see, they know we got a feeble mind. Again, they understand who they're applauding and showing this to. the white people, demographically, white people didn't watch that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Black people watch that.
Mm-hmm.
Kill a head and the body will die.
Yeah.
So turn his own people against him. And this is what we have. And they put all this theatrical music behind it and make it seem like that. And that's been debunked by people like you and other YouTubers. Now, what do you do when you knowing that? What are you knowing that?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do about that? Mm-hmm. What that should do is raise the level of awareness. But see, we don't understand that collectively. We don't understand how these people operate. These people operate, they are very scientifically driven on how they do this.
Mm-hmm.
Case in point, Hitler. Hitler said back in the day, media is what drives people. So I'm going to put out this information in media. And it has you believing what Hitler said. It's the same shit going on today, people. It's just more scientifically figured out, sophisticatedly figured out. It's like shit. You got HD TV now. You didn't have that back then.
No, yeah.
Yeah, this is how these people work.
Well, Ed says that
shit?
Ed says our people don't want to believe that we have an enemy by nature.
They through book it.
Mm-hmm.
See, here's the thing: when you refuse to tell yourself the truth, you're through booking.
Mm-hmm.
I said that earlier, Papoose. I said people like feel-good stories, particularly melanated black people.
Mm-hmm.
They want to go to the doctor, and the doctor say, "Hey, you have this ailment in you." I don't want to hear that. I want to hear I'm okay. Well, shit, leave out of this hospital room. But I told you, we like to hear feel-good stories.
Mm-hmm.
We like that. Why? Because we've been taught that. It's not the individual's fault.
And that's what continues to trick our minds when you're in your feelings.
It's propagated.
Yeah.
I keep saying that over and over.
Yeah.
I keep saying that. Until you understand how these people trick you, you never will understand how it works.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, say for instance, I got 10 people in the room. And the room catch on fire. You got 4 fire exits in that room. And everybody is running to all of those fire exits. But I stand up in the middle of that room and say, follow me. And I know exactly where the real fire exit is.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the most powerful person in that room? Me.
Yeah.
I'm the most powerful person in that room at that time.
Yeah.
Because all of y'all running over each other and stumbling over each other, trying to get to the fire exit, and they got goddamn chains on the door. But I stand up and say, hey, follow me.
Right.
I'm the most powerful person in that room at that time because I know where the real fire exit at. Mm-hmm. And these people does business on that aspect.
Right.
And the only reason I can say that because I'm in sales. I understand how it works. If you got a person to listen to you for more than 2 minutes in sales, you got their attention. So after that, it's up to your sales pitch.
Mm-hmm.
If they listen to me, I got them. I'm telling you, as a salesman.
Do you think that they placed Oprah and Gail out here? I'm just bouncing off a little more to also be that distraction, or
they are pawns in the game.
Okay.
Meaning like they're on the chessboard.
Uh-huh.
They're actually on the chessboard.
Mm-hmm.
But they understand what's going on. It's like this. We know we're gonna have black people that don't understand exactly what's going on. It's no different than having a food chain store saying, I got 5 pounds of asparagus.
Wait a minute, Joe. I have to disagree. Because you said that we'll have these black people out here that's acting like they don't know what's going on. I think that they do know what's going on,
They
but
do
because
know
they
what's
are
going on. The ones that's in position. The ones that's in position. That's what I mean by the racial showcases.
okay.
You got people. It's no more than business aspect, and this is how the dominant society looks at this. You can have a business and you have 5 pounds of asparagus to sell, but 3 pounds of it ain't no good. It's no good. So we throw that shit out. We know that ain't go no good. In other words, they'll pass that down to what? The hoods that don't know any better. But this good asparagus, we gonna send this to the ones that know. You gotta look at it in them principles. This is business. Again, I said this earlier. There's no such thing as permanent enemies. It's permanent interests. Okay. It's permanent interest, meaning, like, I'm not your enemy as long as you agree on what I'm dealing. Yeah.
But you watched some of the protests, and one of them was held outside of that state's attorney office, right?
Yes.
Would you agree that that was a good step at trying to fight them? You know, it's.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing when it comes to that.
Because, like I say, like you say though, you can stand out there until your head turn blue. They are in control.
Yeah, but see, it raises awareness.
Right.
It raises
so
awareness.
That was a start. That was a start of some.
It was an excellent start. But where do you go from there?
Exactly, Shaq. You're right. What's the next step? Because I think it's a little lost.
Where do you go from there?
Yeah.
And again, here's what I've been saying. When you there and you got the people attention, and this is no knock on nobody, and I don't give a damn who field it is. What are you saying? Because at this point, you have the attention of the people. Let's elevate. And to, to say what you think is popular to the people is not reaching the people that makes the decision
that it needs to reach. Yeah. It started there. You just got to keep it going so that
Absolutely. What do we do from here?
Right.
What do we do from here?
All right. I can understand
I
that.
come slap you in the face, I get your attention, right?
Yes, you will. Shit. Yes, you will. Real quick. Purnell so silly. He said,
that's what I'm saying. You got to understand what you're dealing with. You have to understand, and in that aspect, you got to understand what you're dealing with. You have to.
Okay.
Because if not, you're missing the boat. And we have a tendency, to do that.
And I think that they do.
Be melting around
like you said, but
that's no more than like that hamster on a Ferris wheel just running in place. Just running in place, ain't going nowhere. But we got movement.
And that's one thing about like how you saying with those bigger people, we can cha, but they know we ain't gonna stay on focus. We ain't gonna stay on focus.
But that's what they're saying.
Yes.
Hey,
okay.
I studied them. This is what they do.
Ed is in. I told you, Ed, I'm not like all that scripture stuff, but Ed says the prayer hands come from Vesica Piscis. I think that's what he said. I don't know all that stuff, but I have to look it up. The scripture says to raise your hands when you pray. I'm just saying, okay. So other than that, I think that's it. Purnell says, yes, they are pawns and man haters. I think he's still speaking about the Gail and Oprah. And the rumors about Drake sleeping with a 17-year-old, I have no idea. Shaking my head. They want the image to be put into the black people. And then someone else stated that the Lifetime thing, what do you think about that? That it was put out there to be put in the minds of the younger generation.
Okay, you said it was put out there that someone was sleeping with an underage person. In other words, again, Here's the thing, people. See, this is what I'm saying. When we sit over here and we hit each other across the head with clubs and don't understand, these people knows this, what's going on.
But they don't.
Have things on people that they're not releasing right now, but at the opportune time, they do it. Yes, they do this.
But if we keep focusing on this stuff, they're gonna get away with this big stuff that they got planned. That's basically
lost.
What,
See,
yeah.
that's what gets us moving in the room. Again, that hamster on a Ferris wheel, running, thinking we're catching something, and we just in the same place. These people again study us. We study each other.
Mm-hmm.
So they know exactly how to play us. Why? Because they scientifically figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
How you think it was they was able to control slaves? That's what they do. Mm-hmm. They study. Mm-hmm. We sitting around studying each other. They study us.
They study us, yeah, and then know how to.
This goes. Let me tell everybody in your chat. Mm-hmm. This goes on today in your everyday life. I promise you. Mm-hmm.
And we
just like, hey, I know how to make that Negro mad if I want to fire him. I go up to him and say this, and I ain't got to literally say it to him. I have somebody else go up to him and say it.
But we're dealing with two different kind of general population. You have the one that is too scared to do anything. You have the other one that don't know how to do anything.
And the ones that scared to say something is the one that got too much to feel like they're going to lose.
Exactly.
The ones that don't know what to say is the ones that's conscientiously ignorant. Mm-hmm. There's a big difference. See, here's the thing. I am sincerely ignorant to a lot of things. And here's the thing, people. Sincerely ignorance is not something that's wrong. Mm-hmm. That means I don't know something about something. But to be conscientiously stupid, meaning I'm doing shit and know it's wrong, that's when the problem kicks in. Okay. So I am not conscientiously stupid to anything. Sincerely ignorant, yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Everybody on this planet is ignorant. Ignorant means you don't know something about something. But see, it is, again, when you hear the word ignorance, particularly in our culture, we think that is derogatory. We think somebody is insulting you. Mm-hmm. We think like we calling you out of your name. Well, what the hell is that about? Mm-hmm. Do you understand the definition of the word ignorance? It's meaning a lack of understanding on a certain topic or whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. We all are guilty to that. I don't care who's on this planet. We all are ignorant. Ignorance is something that you don't understand and know. Admit that, people. See, here's the thing. We don't understand how this shit works. So what we do, we sham each other.
And because of that, we can't collectively come together.
Absolutely.
And fix our major problem at hand.
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
Again, you just hit it. Mm-hmm. That's it. Mm-hmm. That is it. Because we don't understand codification. Codification is very important. You just said something that's codified that black and particularly melanated black people need to understand. Mm-hmm. They don't understand that concept.
Regina says that
they feel like they're being attacked.
Regina says that you are very true. Regina,
and I got to say this, pal.
Yes.
There's nobody on this planet that understands everything.
Mm-hmm. That's true. There ain't nothing.
And see, here's the thing: the dominant society understands that. Mm-hmm. They understand that, so that's why they are scientifically driven.
And this
now, to be conscientiously stupid, that's a fallacy. Stop trying to, fool me with this bullshit.
Regina
Yeah.
said that is very true, Joe. It is not insulting you. It's just that we don't know. It's not an insulting part.
That's
It's
ignorance.
yeah.
Ignorance is a lack of understanding.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody is guilty of that. I'm not talking about just us. Everybody on this planet, meaning this world, are ignorant to being ignorant.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well.
Ignorant. See, what they taught you is ignorance is derogatory.
Mm-hmm.
But see, they understood exactly what that meant. But see, give it to these Negroes and say it to them, they always in an uproar.
Mm-hmm.
So anything we say to them that they think is derogatory, they're going to take it and not even examine it.
Uh-huh.
And they're going to use it against them own selves. That's how it works.
Ed said
That's
the
why I
root
keep telling
word
y'all don't understand
ignore.
what you're looking at.
Ed says that the root word ignore means our people ignore the truth.
Bam!
I think you got a good. I think you got some good people in this chat.
Who said that?
Ed said. Ed said, "Shout out to you, Ed. The root word ignore is our people."
Is that Ed from Houston?
That's Ed in Houston. You know it.
Bam! Hey, Ed. Real talk. You know I'm from H-Town, baby. You know what it is. We get out. We understand this game.
Yeah.
We players. We sit back and watch it. And player is a mindset, ladies. It's not that we trying to play y'all. We just have a mindset. And that's all it is. Again, just like I said that.
Peace and Harmony
goes
says.
Into what you understand the meaning to be.
That's what Peace and Harmony just replied. She said, does it become an issue when you are ignorant of something and don't try to research it and find the answer?
That's when you become conscientiously stupid.
Conscientiously stupid. That's what he's replying to. Peace. Martin Luther King has it where he talks about the sincere ignorance of, I can't remember the words at this time. Yes. Yes. You done draw these people in here and I got to go to bed. We got to do a part 2. I got to be.
We're going to do the part 2.
We're going to do the part
2. We're going to do the part 2. And we're gonna really get into it because, see, here's the thing. We got to break this thing down because what I've been seeing, and I've been on these YouTube streets maybe 15 years. I mean, I've been seeing how it works. But in this sector of the R. Kelly and how it works and how it's put together, I've studied it. It's real simple. It's real simple, but we got to open our minds. And here's the thing: you got to be willing to open your mind. You have to take yourself out of the norm of what you've been taught, because it's like the ABCs. You know how people learn the ABCs, pal?
You know how they do it?
They learned it through a melody.
Oh yeah, you right. You
Yeah.
sing it. Yeah.
And you know that ABC.
Yes, they
that's
sing
a melody.
it. Yes.
You know how hard it is to get that shit out of your mind now? So any trash that's been put into your parts of your brain cell,
that
you
learning
gotta
process.
be willing to want to get it out of there. You have to be. But that shit is hard, and I get it. I understand that. So part 2 is coming. And we're gonna strike the minds of the people that want to be taught. In hell, I'm still learning.
And the more the more of this
people
here,
taught me stuff in your chat. I mean, I'm not looking at the chat, but for what you were saying,
what I'm bringing
like,
to you,
that's very interesting. So we're gonna keep this thing going.
That's cool. Peace and Harmony says she loved it. She absolutely loved it. I hope all of you guys have had a great time with Pap and Joe. He's coming back on a part 2. Hopefully you guys can share, like, and subscribe. We can get more people involved because I think it's very enlightening of what he put down. The moral to it is we got to get out our feelings with Robert Sylvester Kelly. We can hope all we want to, but if we don't get out there and pull together collectively to try to see where these big people are going with this case, they're going to slip right in and take it from us, you guys. And I think that that's what he's trying to say, if I can sum that up. That's it. That's it. That's all.
I couldn't have put it together more.
Yes, you did.
I love y'all to life, not to death.
So, you guys enjoyed Joe coming out tonight, hanging out with One Pap. Put a 1 in the chat. On that note, Joe, I am
Pap,
going to.
can you play that song on the way out?
You know what? I'm gonna kick your butt about you. I'll play that, and then I'm gonna do my end the screen. Give everybody time to clear the chat room.
Yeah, can you play that song though?
You so.
That's a fire ass song, man. God,
Shout out to Ro. Shout out to Ro. Shout out to my BFF. She put the graphics together for me on that. Yes, she did. Shout out to you, Meg. I love you. I appreciate you for rocking with me and helping me bring life to my channel. I love you to death, girl. Thank you. Thank you. So, all right. Here
you love her to life.
I love her to life. I love her throughout life. I love her to life. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. We got to get up out of here.
Play that song.
You so silly.
One pap asterisk, commentary classic. Went and tell the news, he told the news and done smashed it. Went around and learned the game and got your game mastered. Say you got the tea, but she got the tea faster. Fools pull the wool, lambs they lay 'em pasture. She's a boss bitch, so you'll never get it past her. Funky Fridays, it be fun if you play it right. Me, I like the ladies, so you see me up on ladies' night. Pat got the game tight, play the game so right, so fly. You can laugh and cry in the same night. One Pat Poos got to put the name up in lights. One Pat Poos got to put the name up in lights. One thing you ought to know, you're fucking with a boss bitch. One thing you ought to know, you're fucking with a boss bitch. One thing you ought to know, you're fucking with a boss bitch. Thought you had the game a lot, but you done lost it.
Yeah.